Good to see you. 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 Howdy, 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 howdy. Lols, laughs, lofts, poggers, and pog champs around. Fuck! Oh no! Shit! I just spilled water everywhere. Oh, all over my microphone. All over my computing stuff. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay. Technical difficulties. 1 second. Man! I need a towel!
Let's go!
That is an inauspicious start, folks. Don't you worry, though. Don't stream of the year. I feel like you guys are being sarcastic. I get the feeling you're being sarcastic. You're in fact mocking this stream as if me spilling water is somehow my fault. How could that be? Damn. That was so much. This was full. That's a lot of fucking water. Good goddamn. A, it's my favorite goofy goober Atrioc. Don't call me that. I'm not your goofy goober. Okay? Somebody get this man a sippy cup? Alright. Alright. Get your jokes in. Good to see you, though. I think I've contained this mess. You know? I have contained it. Oh, shit. Much like all of our problems in life can be contained if we simply throw things at them and forget about it. Yeah, okay. This looks good. I mean, there's definitely some water on the floor. You haven't contained my excitement for this awesome stream. Finally, the paid chatters kicked in. Bro, I've been spending money like crazy on these paid chatter. Oh, wait, my keyboard's not going to work. Bro, my fucking keyboard is drenched. Oh, boy. Oh, that's going to be a fucking problem, isn't it? Isn't it? And I haven't even uploaded the Thumbo yet. I made it, but I haven't uploaded it. Oh, I'm going to leave it like this and hopefully upside down. Just let that... Oh, dude. What an L. What a fucking L that is. Oh, no. Now it's pressing keys. What is going on? You missed the opening of the stream. Chat spilled a bunch of water everywhere. Huge mistake by their part. I'm trying to clean it up. Oh, now it's fucking... That's flipping around. Okay. There we go. If I just put it like this. Blaming us? Yeah. It is your fault. Unplug to debug. But then I don't have a keyboard. Jafeel? Can't stream without a keyboard, bro. Dude, just let there be light as I remember I said that? It's like an old Atrioc quote. Remember back in the day when I said, let there be light? And then there was? That was pretty fucking sick. That was a while ago now, but it feels just like yesterday. Use an on-screen keyboard, little bro. Don't call me little bro. You are 12 years old. Oh, no, it's tabbing into OBS and pressing the end stream button. Yeah. Remember when you sacrificed your son for chat's sins? That's a common misconception. People wrote that down wrong. I sacrificed my son for chat's zins. But they didn't know what that was at the time, so they wrote it down. They made a whole religion about it. But it was actually, I was just trying to get you guys a sick upper decker. And they ended up fucking writing about it and talking about it for thousands of years. Kind of weird how Atrioc hates being called little bro and hates being called unk. Is it really weird? Is it really weird? If you really think about it, is it weird that I would like not want either of those? Feels extremely normal. It's like, yeah, kind of weird how Atrioc hates being called the Gleazy Goblin and hates being called the Coffee Cow. Like, what? Pick one. It's like, no, you've created a false dichotomy. I don't have to pick either one. I don't like. Anyway, this water thing is a problem. Obviously. Oh, fucking shit. Without further ado, the funniest tweets of the past month, courtesy of a new. Okay, I have to upload that. Everything's fucking falling apart. Everything's falling apart. Dude, if this keyboard doesn't work, I'm gonna be miffed. I'll say it. I'll go that far. I'll say that I'm gonna be miffed. Although it looks like I'm still able to type. Pre-recorded stream. You're gonna say that every time? Should we all pour water on our desks in solidarity? That's not a bad idea. Already did? Okay. It would all feel a little more. Everyone's already. All right, so if you haven't done that, just go grab as much water as you can get. Ideally a full mason jar's worth, and just dump it out on your desk. And it's going to seem stupid. It's going to seem silly. You're going to be like, why am I doing this? But once you do it, you're going to be like, wow, I feel like I'm part of something bigger than myself. I feel like I'm part of a larger community. Like what I'm doing matters because it's it's in solidarity with a system. Hey, thank you. Second Cousin Todd for the 17 months, nearly a year and a half. Appreciate that. Dermex, thank you for the 13 months. Have you seen the movie Blackberry? Yes. Yes, I have. It's very good. Well, it's not like, I don't know, top 10 business movies or whatever, but it's fun. And I thought Glenn Howerton, the dentist from Always Sunny, does a hilarious, good job getting so fucking angry. EJ Hardy, thank you for the gifted. Gonna hook up my garden hose and give my PC and keyboard a good spritz for you, Big A. Thanks, Electrics. That actually means a lot. It's actually really nice. I'll feel so much less alone in this problem if more people. What's your favorite movie quote? Dude, unironically, I have no idea. I haven't thought about it. I could think of something stupid to say. There would probably be a deep cut. Something real unknown, like Avengers Assemble. That's from, well, you wouldn't even know the movie anyway. It's way, 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 way too deep. But I don't know. I don't know what my favorite movie quote is. Do you have one? What? Yeah, does anyone have a quote that really stuck with them from a movie? I don't know. I can't think of one. King Kong ain't got shit on me, Alonzo Harris, Atrioc. It's from Training Day. It's a good quote. I mean, do you mean a quote like a quote that stuck with me, like it's a life lesson or something I think about, or do you mean something that was badass? Because I do think that whole monologue from Denzel in Training Day is badass. I'm the police. I run shit around. That, you're gonna die so hard from Die Hard. That's not a real quote. You made that up. I used to think that the worst thing in life was to end up alone. It's not. The worst thing in life is to end up with people who make you feel alone. I'm not trying. I'm 14 and this is deep, bro. That is. What is that from? What is that from? I used to think the worst thing in life was to be alone. This is not even from a movie. Oh, it is. It's from World's Greatest Dad. It's Robin Williams, but it's not him talking about himself. Like, I just looked it up. They made it look like this is a deep quote from Robin Williams. This is what a screenwriter wrote for him in World's Greatest Dad. show us the trailer of World's Greatest Dad? R.I.P. to Ro Williams, though, for real.
For the music or the people who like it.
Dude, I will say, this sounds so stupid to me when you hear him say that, but I remember when I was a kid, and this had to be pretty young, because maybe I was like 11, or maybe I was 12. It was before, yeah. It had to be before, like, you know, the Eminem show or something. Whatever. I was like a 12-year-old kid, and I was like, damn, this album rules. But before that, I remember saying, why do people like music? It's only 2 minutes long. I like, when I first discovered what an album was, I was like, wait, people like songs and then they just sit down. It's only 2 minutes long. It's 3 minutes long. People get so excited for a song to come out and then they just listen to it for 2 minutes. I remember making this whole argument to my parents, and they were like flabbergasted. They're like, what are you talking about? You can't even understand my point. And I thought I had this real, I was like, what a waste of time. And then I might have realized the error of my ways. Anyway, I don't want to watch the end of this sad trailer. Kids always think they've discovered a secret. Oh yeah, for sure. Do you think God lives in heaven because he too fears what he's created? That is a deep cut Steve Buscemi Spy Kids 2 quote. And that is a badass quote. That is a badass quote. If Kid Atrioc heard about TikTok, he'd be furious. I guess so. Or he'd be addicted, more likely. May the force be with you, me. That's a power. You come up with that? Yeah, I knew my chat was smart. I didn't know that. That's a good quote. It just has a good ring to it. You should make a whole movie about it. Like, it feels like powerful, larger than itself. First time chatter, what's up with the glizzy hands? Thanks, man. You are a 33-month subscriber with thousands and thousands and thousands of messages who's been following me since September of 2020. 4 years, actually. 4 years following the stream. Feels like you might be a little more knowledgeable about the lore than you're letting on. You're asking me how a watch works. For now, let's keep our eyes on the time. That's a fucking sick quote. That's a sick quote. I've seen Sicario, but I didn't remember that. That's cool. Stealing that? For what? Corichism? When in your life? You're gonna pass it off like you're the badass dude from Sicario? You're gonna fucking smack someone down? Have you seen the MC movie trailer? What's that? Oh, Minecraft? Minecraft doesn't wait. There's no way that's out. Wait, it is. What the hell? A Minecraft movie teaser. Uh-oh. Everyone's Pepe laughing, which I believe means they are completely unaware about what's going to happen and are positively apprehensive. I'm not up to date on my exact Twitch lore, but I believe Pepe Laugh is what you say when you're like, I don't know what's happening next, but I think it's good. Bro, why wouldn't they just do the whole movie animated and have the Steve character and have some kind of... Anyway, whatever. Kids are going to love it. It's going to make $1 billion. What do we... You know what? Why am I questioning it? You know why they're doing this? Because it's going to make money. Families are going to go to it. Jack Black's going to fart. Everyone's going to laugh. It's going to make a bunch of money. It's going to do $2 billion box office. I missed the ending. Sorry.
Right this way.
I missed the ending. You... Fuck you. Was that Raz that said that? The only reason I clicked it again because I thought Raz said it. You missed the ending. What the fuck was that? Was that Otto? It was Otto. Okay. I was making a spit from the llama. I was making a fart, dude. What happened? You know, when I was a kid, every kids movie trailer, well, they weren't trailers at the time; they were stone tablets. But they would chisel out a fart joke. We used to have a fart joke. There would always be a fart joke in every trailer. That was the guarantee. And now I'm not seeing a single one. Where's the dance scene? Steve not being animated is a big miss, IMO. Well, we'll see if it's a big miss. It's probably going to make boatloads of money, but like, you know, I thought the Mario movie, not a huge fan myself, but it wasn't made for me. It was made for kids and families, and it did super well. They had the animation style. It was really beautiful. So it seems weird to do this with live action, random ass fucking annoying looking child actors. Oh, you're a tool bag, Steve. I feel like the not animated bit won't matter if it's good. IEK. Yeah, you're probably. I mean, if it's good, that's such a stupid. Yes, bro. My criticism is that it's probably bad because of that. Like that leads. You can say if it's good to anything. You know, go ahead and cancel me. Yeah, go ahead and cancel me. But I think if the movie's good, people will like it. Yeah, no one's disagreeing. If it's good, we're making a educated guess that it won't be. Jack Black puts parents in the seat. Well, yeah, he does. You know what Jack Black should do? Do another Trump assassination joke in the Minecraft movie. You should bring back the other guy from the Kyle Gass Temptations D, slip him in, and squeak in a Trump assassination joke. It's in there. Atrioc is asking how a kid's movie is made and marketed. Basically, he's asking chat how a watch works. For now, he should keep his eye on the time. Holy shit. What a natural way to put that in the conversation. What a fucking natural way to slide that in. Not forced at all. Smooth like butter. What other movies are coming out? Upcoming movies. We watched, oh my God, they're making Zootopia 2. Bro, is there no end? What's coming out? Joker 2, The Concierge, Animal Friends. This is just Ryan Reynolds and CGI animals. Oh, Gladiator 2. Excited for that. Venom 2. Moana 2. Just so many. Lilo and Stitch. Wait, is it a live action? It's a live action Lilo and Stitch. Damn, dude. This shit kind of wild, bro. When you look at it, it's like so many sequels. Venom 3, not 2. I'm sorry. You guys like Venom? I'm not gonna. The only thing I know about Venom is the Eminem song that went with the Venom. No, 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 Venom. They had that chorus. That's all I know because it was they were playing on TV all the time. Are you getting on Quidditch? I got really good as a keeper. I'm not getting on Quidditch tonight, most likely. We got a lot to talk about. There's a lot of fun stuff I want to talk about, and also maybe a couple things I want to react to. But I did get message from some people that played me yesterday. This woman, Helena, messaged me and said, hey, You played with me 2 games ago. I stole the snitch twice. Good game, heart. All right. Kind of mogging me a little bit. She was in chat. Well, there you go. Yeah, I got mogged. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do about it? But I might play again because I actually had a blast. But also, I don't know if I could end on a better note. You know what I'm saying? Like, to get the double golden snitch catch in my final game with my new friend Trent, it's only downhill from there. It was really fun. We're gonna make a video of it if you didn't see it. I thought it was a very fun gaming stream. One of the most fun I had in a minute. You know what game came out today? Age of Mythology came out today, and I was thinking about playing that, doing a little AOE type beat. Totally doable. I am trying to mix in some. What I realized is the following: I spend half my day, really, honestly, sometimes, at least 3 hours probably, I read a day, which is now getting crazy. It's becoming an addiction. And because of that, I'm going to do more and more content around events and predictions and things like that. And I think I'm an optimistic person, but I think there's a lot to talk about that may not seem super optimistic in the next, let's say 24 months, whatever period. So I'm trying to mix in as much fun stuff as I can in between that. And I want to just have more days of stream where I just game and just have fun, because it'll get exhausting. And it's going to attract the wrong type of chatter, which I don't want. So it's a balancing act, but I also want to do it because I think it's interesting and important. Who wins, Zeus or Gandhi with a nuke? Zeus, dude, he's a god. I would have nuke hurt him. Can you review chatters logs to see if they're desirable chatters? I'm looking at yours right now. Seems pretty normal. Your chats are fine. You use the word glizzy a touch too much. You definitely fit in a lot of glizzy. You've done a lot of Hawk Tua jokes. I'm noticing that. You really wanted me to watch Carrot in a Box. I don't even know what that is. Some kind of weird British thing. But overall, I'll give your chatting history a 7 out of 10. What is Carrot in a Box? Carrot in a Box. Oh, I remember you guys told me to watch this. We did watch it, and it was stupid. I forgot. I actually wiped it from my mind because we already did this. It was stupid. Hey, Gearhead 10, that's a very kind message. Thank you for sending it. I will not pull it up because then chat will try to roast you for being so sincere and nice. We have too sarcastic of a chat, but it was very sweet, and that's a very kind thing to say. Let's talk shit about Canada and the UK again. Let's do it. Well, what? I don't even know how to begin, bro. You talk about problems in Canada. Canada's falling apart. I do love Canadian British slander. Hit the Brazil panda real quick. Well, listen, Canada's falling apart, but one country that isn't, our friends to the south in Brazil. God, that country is roaring into the future. The 2030s are looking like the decade of Brazil. Okay? And may I say, there's a lot of like modern world wonders, but Christ the Redeemer, best one. Number one. And it's not close. So just thought I'd say that. Unprompted. Big, like what? It was genius to make a big Jesus. I can tell you spent 3 hours there reading. You're so wise. Have you seen Doug fly a plane into it? I did. I watched that Doug video. It was great. I was talking to him about it when we were playing basketball. I love Doug has found good ways to incorporate chat into his stream. Technically, I really think I need to find a way to do. I've never done. Well, I don't know. This is how do I say this? I want to have like a segment where people can put things on screen, you know, and then we're bouncing off that. I think it could be really fun, but I don't know how to. I don't have the technical ability. You don't want that? I don't want that every day. I don't want that like as a normal thing. That's why I don't do TTS. But like a segment where I'm playing, just for example, if I was playing Age of Empires 4 and I was grinding that game, that would have been 50 times better with TTS. I should have had it. If I had TTS when I was grinding bald, mauled Age of Empires, it would have been 50 times better of a stream because I'm just not talking enough. So it would have been way funnier because chat would have had good ways to roast me that would have, you know, I'm saying, which would have been better. But I've never done it. Vortex Hero, maybe reach out. I'm down. I'm super down. I'm from YouTube. This question might be a little out of place, but I haven't had the chance to ask till now because I'm usually can't attend to stream. What are your thoughts on land value tax? Would it help the American housing market situation used properly? How impactful could it be? I can't say if it would solve all our problems, but it seems like an interesting idea. I did read a little about land value tax. It does seem to put the tax burden on more of the right people that own land. But I think it's an extremely complex subject, and I would hate to tell you that. That's it. That's the solution. Have you heard about the shortage of rice in the metropolitan areas of Japan? No. There's a rice shortage in Japan? That can't be a good sign. Let's see if it's real. Oh my God, Japanese rice stocks, and that means that's not stock prices. That's like stocks as in storage of rice has dropped to the lowest level in decades as there is poor crop yields and so many tourists that are eating all the rice. Not a joke. We're eating the rice. The rice stockpile, lowest level this century. High temperatures, water shortages. Interesting. The increase in demand by forest tourists. That's why, folks, this is how you can fix the problem. Do what I do. When you go to a foreign country, eat McDonald's. They don't want you to try their unique food. Are you listening? Okay? Eat American food everywhere. That way, they can reform their economy around producing beef, hamburgers, things that people should eat, first of all, and then also things that we can all comfortably stomach. If I eat a bowl of rice or sushi, I'll get sick and die because that's not real food. Okay? Chicken fingies. Yeah. Yeah, you should definitely, when you're in Japan, ask for chicken fingies. Ask for tendi. Ask for Totino's pizza rolls. I was once in a Japanese temple. Stayed there for 3 nights, and I asked them to cook me up some Totino's pizza rolls. Do you think the Trump government is going to increase the phantom tax in their new bill? Does that mean he gets 2 bites of everything we eat? I'll take my answer off the air. You'll take your answer off the air. You want me to write you personally? about whether or not Donald Trump is going to increase the phantom tax. Okay. Send me a DM. I guess I'll respond. I'll send you a Twitch whisper. The vibe of this stream would be so incredibly different if your hat was backwards. I agree. That's why I don't wear my hat backwards. It would send the wrong message. What if my chair was backwards? What if I was doing like a... Well, it doesn't really work with this. This chair's too tall of a... It doesn't... I can't do the teacher pose. I can't do the youth pastor because the chair's too tall. The weird kid in front of me in social studies. I've never seen someone in class is sitting with a backwards chair. I've only seen people do it as like a cool. That's weird. It feels very stupid. It feels dumb. There's no comfort. Unironically, I would love a Christian Atrioc stream. Don't know why that hits buttons. I'm sorry. I would assume that if you were actually Christian, you wouldn't want me to just pick it up for a stream. You know? It's like saying I would love a AoE 4 stream. I would love a Christian stream where I just pretend to be Christian. No, what do you... We already had one, by the way. We had King Delroy come on stream and lead chat in a prayer. That's not a joke. If you've been around since 2020, you remember the early days. This is probably 2021, maybe, where we had King Delroy come on stream, and I was interviewing him about his job at AutoZone and what he was doing, and then he stopped to lead the entire chat in a prayer, and everyone prayed along. It was really sweet, even though it was, as someone who's not religious, it was more difficult for me to not go house mode, you know? It was actually so good. He was super nice. He was incredibly nice. And he wrote a song for me and Ari in our wedding. And it was about true love. It was, I mean, he was just actually just a great dude. Just an absolute great dude. I hope, I haven't talked to him in a while. I hope he's doing well. I hope he's doing well, because that guy was... What happened to the Marketing Monday song he made? It was the Marketing Monday intro for many years, for maybe a year and a half, and then we got this one. No, wait. I should label these. You know who made that one? The people that made the Childish Gambino Feels Like Summer music video. Not a joke. Same people. They reached out. They liked Marketing Monday. I had to pay still, but I mean, it was like that's fucking sick. Yes, same people. You got fleeced, little bro? You didn't even know how much I paid. You didn't even know how much I paid. It was $62 million. Discount. It was a steal. Easy clap, not even 63. That got me to like Childish Gambino, you telling the origin story. That was your pipeline to Childish Gambino? Was the Marketing Monday intro? That's fire, dude. That is I'm sort of a hip-hop tastemaker. I know one of these fucking Zoomers in chat listened to Tupac after I've been playing Tupac all week. I fucking know it. I know one of you's never heard How Do You Want It? Until I started playing. I just know that for a fact, bro. That's just too old. Do Do you remember when you signed up for a beta test of a game called Supervive? I have a code for you to use if you want. Thank you. I think I have a code already, but I appreciate that. The Bumgardener. I do. I don't know if I'll end up playing it, but the problem with the games like that is like it's almost like as a user, like as a player, not as a streamer, like as you and me, as gamers, there's a incentive to not be the first adopter of a new live service game. The incentive is to wait with the herd because your biggest risk is you jump into a game and spend time grinding it, learning it, and then it dies. So as gamers, we all kind of move as like sheep in this. We like move, you know, skidding around as a smart incentive. We're waiting for enough of a critical mass to where we can jump over. Because then we know that our time is being valued. The game won't die. And Supervive is a game like that where I'm just sort of, you know, it's a wait and see for me. I don't want to jump in early. Deadlock's going to be big. It probably will be. Deadlock's got everything behind it. But again, you know, people said Artifact was going to be big, right? You can't even, you don't know. Shit hits and dies. You don't know. No one said that? Bro, you're actually capping. You are actually capping. That is such a disingenuous argument. You could go back. You could find all the people hyping up Artifact where it came out. People, esports teams were setting up Artifact things. That's so disingenuous. And then it came out and then it died. The card gamer said that, no one else. It was a card game. They weren't expecting it to kill Valorant or League of Legends, bro. It was for card gamers. God, sometimes chatters are stupid. I hate to break it to you. I know that you all think that you're fucking Einstein. I feel like some of you guys are dumb. You ever gonna play Blight with Mukong? Dude, I really want to. I think it hit the wrong time for me. I really want to play this game, but I almost want to skip it now because I just don't think I'll fit it in, you know? Like if I wanted to play a game out of the blue, if I just wanted to jump in and play a fucking game, I think I would play, this is going to sound crazy, I think I would play Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. I feel like if I ever just wanted to go live one day, rando bando, and play 8 hours of a game, it would be that. Because I think it would be randomly super fun. And right up my alley for the type of, like, the best game for me is a game where I can do stupid creative solutions to problems. That's Teardown, that's Hitman, where I can kind of think out of the box a little bit and have fun with it, and then it goes wrong, or that. That's the game I would prefer. You won't play Wukong because it's not a woke Western game, and then you put sarcasm in quotes. I would assume. You don't need to add that part. But yeah, it's actually not sarcastic. That's facts. Okay? I have a woke quota. And it needs to hit it. It needs to be woke. Did you see that players in Concord are all immediately getting a match and then jumping off the map to grind the game to get the platinum trophy? I did see this. Yeah, people that play Concord are you know, the server shuts down in a few days. They are like in this weird suicide pact where they're all logging in and killing themselves to finish games quickly so they can get the platinum trophy. That'll be like the rarest platinum trophy that you can get because it only exists for... It's really wild. I mean, I think I got this all in my notes because we might do a video. It's very funny. The whole story's funny. I might even boot up the game and try to get some footage before, but I don't want to pay for it. I really think, like, even though it's for content, it seems so awful to pay for it. Oh, you can't buy it anymore? Oh, you can't even buy it. Damn, that sucks. How do you want it? Can we watch the clip of Trump saying his debate technique is a scholarly technique called weaving when he rambles about rambling? I don't know about this specifically, but I did watch the Lex Friedman Trump interview last night. I'm not a Lex Friedman fan, man. I just feel like I know why he does what he does. I know why he does what he does. And what's funny is, like, as far as Trump interviews go, this was extreme rarity, right? Because Trump was actually talking in a more conversational tone. He wasn't like speeching. He wasn't like going on. Do you know what I'm saying? It was, but Lex Friedman did not. He just is such a light interviewer, man. He doesn't follow up on anything, and I know that's how you get the biggest guess. But it's very frustrating to me. It's like because like this is like a time to ask a good question, and you won't do it. Da 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 da. Trump talks Elon's conversational. Yeah, but that actually wasn't really. Like this one compared to the Elon. I will say the Lex Friedman conversation was much better than the Elon one. Elon's was terrible, bro. Elon's was awful. He was literally just repeating lines from rallies, and then Elon would glaze it, and then they would go back to it. It wasn't conversation at all. But like in this one, this was at least a back and forth, but he didn't follow up on anything. Elon stuttering, yeah, exactly. Trump with Theo was hilarious. I didn't see that one. I didn't see Theo. I've seen some clips of Theo Vaughn in shorts, and they're funny. I haven't watched his interviews. Big I've been trying to read Atlas Shrugged because my dad begged me to, and I don't have the heart to tell him it fucking sucks, and I disagree with so much of it. I haven't read Atlas Shrugged, so I couldn't give you a. But isn't the philosophy of it like, you know, everyone else is a leech except for the strong, hardworking man? Yeah, just play BioShock. Just play BioShock, and then you'll get the general idea, and you can play a fucking great game. Big H, check out Thank Goodness You're Here. It's a little over 2 hours in a good looker type game. Thank Goodness You're Here is a game that you think I should check out. Thank Goodness You're Here. The new high watermark for a comedy game. Is an absurd comedy platformer set in a bizarre... Wow, it has overwhelmingly positive reviews. And it just came out. And it's very British. So no. No, you had me on the first two. You almost got me. 3,000 overwhelming positive reviews. I'm in. It's British. I'm out. 3 hours of Oi Bruv. Nah, I could play it. Big A, my friend read 48 Rules of Power and has become kind of insufferable. What do I tell his ass? First of all, you should tell your ass it's the 48 Laws of Power, not Rules of Power, idiot. Okay? Second of all, I've also read it. How old are you? How old are you and your friend? Be honest. Because I read it at like, dude, I was probably like 19. And I was also insufferable. You're 21? How old are you? You just be honest. We're both 19. Your friend's based, bro. Your friend's based as hell. Yeah, I was 19. And that's when I read it, and I was fucking all in on that shit. I probably remember almost all of them. Rule 1, Law 1, never outshine the master. Okay. That and How to Win Friends. Yeah, the Sigma grind set books of age 19, man, usually men, is you read How to Win Friends and Influence People, and you read 48 Laws of Power, and you drink energy drinks, and you put your mattress on the floor. What about Atomic Habits? Dude, I mean, I guess that's become more popular. Atomic Habits to me is like an HR employee's book. It's like an airport book. It's like Atomic Habits is like what like a mid-20s yuppie with an office job would buy at an airport before a long flight. I mean, that's what I'm not knocking the book. I haven't read it. I haven't read Atomic Habits. Maybe I have. I actually might have read Atomic Habits, but it was a while ago. But it didn't change my life or anything. I'm not a huge fan of those. There was like a couple habits books that went super viral, and I understand that some people really like them, but does someone want to? Let's see. What is the main lesson of it? We'll look it up right now. Let's. Oh, dude, my keyboard is acting up. My keyboard is shacting a fool. Oh fuck! I have to upload the video. Wait, everything, pause. Pause. I have to upload this video. It is contractual. I promised. I fucking promised. I have to upload it. This is not a joke. This is not a drill. This is a drill. What's playing? Oh, stop. This is the stupidest thing I've ever done. Stop playing music. I just have to upload this. Just let a man eat, okay? Let me get my fucking cheddar. Pay my editors. Where the... Okay. All I need, chat, is to go to youtube.com/Atrioc and then go to videos and then sort by popular. You know, this is so annoying because I have this. It's like a 300 layer Photoshop file. One of these layers is my face. Like doing this. But I'll never find it because I didn't label it. So what I have to do instead is open up a previous video. Most disciplined clan. Is it a Red Dead's most crazy clan? Then I have to go to YouTube thumbnail downloader. Okay? Then I have to put it in there. Like this. Then I have to copy it and then chop out the face. That can't be efficient. That can't be the best way to do this. And yet, can you believe it? It is. You're not going to believe this, but this is the only way to do this. Science has not found a better way to get layers of yourself in a YouTube thumbnail. It's shocking, but true. Okay. Can't you just name the layers? Stupid ass. Dude, get a load of this guy. Just absolutely dumb. Okay. Proof that inefficiencies don't matter if you have a good product. Thanks for turning it into a business lesson. I appreciate that. Okay, is this a good thumbnail? And be honest with me, but also don't be too honest. Like, just say yes no matter what so I can upload it. Funniest tweets of August. I found the most British person to ever live, and then it's this guy. Boom. Okay. Perfect. It doesn't even cover the background. Okay. Oh, we're getting picky now? We're getting fucking picky? Who cares if the background is black? That's happened before, and the videos have been massive successes, by the way. Okay, like 2 out of 10, 1 out of 10. I don't need a... What about this? What about if I put it like this? The thing is, I don't want to cover his face. I don't want to... Somehow it's stinkier. I can't do it. I can't do thumbnails in front of chat anymore. Bottom right. If you cover the food, it's no longer good. The food is what makes the... Like, you need to see the beans. You could put it here, maybe. Take the guy on the left out. He kind of ruins it. Okay. I think I can put it right here. He's got the beer, but it's just hard to see what's happening now. I think you don't want to cover the picture. That's my... Like, I think this... Make it a little bit bigger, and then maybe move him a little bit over. And maybe I can even, like, somehow magically... Auto-magically... Edit, just like somehow rasterize this layer and then somehow content aware fill. Is that gonna... No, it doesn't work at all. Can I like... What if I duplicate it? All right, hear me out. And then I can't edit this? Dude, F off. Okay. Wait a minute. Put it behind. Wait, hold. Let him cook. Let him cook. Let him cook. Let Tim cook. Okay, and then somehow maybe move it like that, maybe? Is that... Maybe I blur it? It just kind of fills up the frame. If I like blur it a little, filter, blur, put like a Gaussian blur on it. Slight blur. And maybe I like... layer mask, reveal all, and I like put a little gradient. What the fuck? What the fuck? Dude. Oh, my keyboard's fucking up. I'm like, why are my shortcuts not working? It's because my fucking keyboard is still falling apart because I poured water all over it. Okay. No. Fuck. It's... I don't even know. Oh my god. Dude, it's auto zooming. Oh. This is bad because I won't be able to upload. Okay, give me... Delete the tweet and write Britain I can't in bright red Comic Sans font. I don't want to do that. I obviously don't want to do that. I think I fixed it. I actually think I fixed it. Wait, I realized what I'm about to do. Wait, I fucking realized it. Oh my God. You guys, I fucking realized it. Wait. What I have to do is I have to put the UK flag here and it fades into it. We're going to fade this image into a UK flag background. That's what it's going to be. That's what it's going to be. Yes. UK flag. What did I say? UK flag. UK flag. And by the way, it means something different there. It means something different there. So what, it was a cigarette? It'd be a cigarette? Okay? Relax. Fucking relax. Checkmate, liberals. Okay. Then I put this like this. Okay. And then I'd put layer, reveal all. Then I'd put it like, dude, why? In good God's name. Oh, it's because I have the wrong. Oh, you're not even seeing. You're not even seeing what I'm working on. I'm cooking up gas here. One of these. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Okay? This, what I've done right here is equivalent to taking down bin Laden. It keeps popping something. Dude, the keyboard's fucking dying. Okay. Stop! This is perfect. I found the most British person to ever live. It's, maybe I make the flag a little more pronounced. Like so. There, it's perfect. I'm done. It doesn't need any more work. What this thumbnail promises you is a good time, some laughs. Laughs, goofs, gaffs, V1. Saved. My keyboard is actually melting down. It's causing problems. It's causing issues. I have to get this uploaded. And then I have to message Rocket Money and say it has been deployed. What did I name it? Oh, I forgot what I named it. Laughs, goofs, gaffs. There it is. Tweets that made August terrible. And then save it. And then best of the month, save it, and then save. Okay, the only problem is the tweet is not legible. Really went all out on this title. I'm not going to reinvent the wheel, bro. I will say, what is the best title I've ever done for a best tweets? That's the question. Is there a pattern I can learn from that? Like if I go to videos and I go to popular and I scroll down and I look at the first best tweets to pop up, that would be tweets that ruined summer 2022. That was also about making fun of British people. This was it. 654,000 views. Tweets that ruined summer 2022 British people. And it's also me doing the... It's the same. It's the same fucking pose. A different t-shirt color. All right, so we're in good company. Same face, make fun of British people. This is a classic formula. It has more text. Yeah, this is fire. I don't change nothing. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. All right, tweets that ruined August. Tweets that ruined August. No, I'll just put made August terrible is fine. Oh, this is good. Wow. Another mission accomplished. Truly a hero. And now it's uploaded. And now I will look forward to seeing a solid 3 out of 10, which would be great. I will say, if you're a stats guy or interested, I've never had a video get 400,000 views in one day until the slowly all at once marketing Monday. That was even more than the Hitman videos. Nothing has ever done that in a day, 24 hours. That's it's the most successful marketing Monday in one day of all time, or all videos really. Which is cool. Because it always worries me when you make something that's a little more serious. You know, in the past, more serious stuff has done worse. So it's always like, I do it because I want to, but I'm like, it's going to suck. Graham Stephan is great at baiting bad news. Dude, I don't like calling people out because I'm not a drama tuber, but in the finance YouTuber space, I get very annoyed with Graham Stephan. It's so clickbaity, bro. It's so him and who's the other guy? Andre Jeek or whatever. Those guys are maybe they're nice people, but I don't like their content, bro. I don't like it. I found it to be very, very misleading. I like Plain Bagel. Yeah, Plain Bagel's great. Plain Bagel's great. He's the total opposite. He's Canadian though? Yeah. I didn't want to mention that, but it's a deal breaker for me. That's a deal breaker. You know? It's like, what about treasury bonds? I can't. What are you fucking saying, dude? I can't learn finance from this. The Quidditch streamer you rated thinks you're French Canadian. The Quidditch streamer that I rated followed me today, and apparently, you guys were fucking wild in the chat. You were saying all sorts of stories about my content and who I am, and was going to watch Graham Stephan, then Slime unironically changed my opinion when he pointed out on the pod how hungry, gross, and money hungry the question. Dude, that's not my criticism. I have no problem with someone in the world of finance being money hungry. I assume that's like the default almost when they get in. What I care about is when they let that money hungriness influence the content they choose and how they present it by essentially lying, like clickbaiting, you know? Like choosing topics and framing them in ways that they know are not sincere. Or taking, deals, obviously, that are scammy, like crypto. Really don't like that. But like I listen to there's a lot of people that I am, like some of the things that I listen to are like I was learning about Canadian economy, right? And I was listening to a very small podcast. It must have 100 listeners because it was so boring, and it was for Canadian hedge fund managers, just talking about like Canadian real estate and problems in Canada, and it was like a real snoozer. I mean, it was like probably 2 hours of 4 dudes that are all rich Canadians that know each other, and I didn't agree with them almost in anything, politically or anything, but it was helpful because they were honest to each other, and they were honest about being greedy, they wanted to make money, and they were honest about the impacts. Like it helped me understand things, contextualize things. It was helpful. I don't mind when people are that if they're honest. I just don't like the disingenuousness. That's what it's the lack of honesty. Like even someone like it's like harder to hate. Someone like SBF is very easy to hate because he's very dishonest. Like whatever he's saying, it's almost the opposite of what's happening or what happened. But then it's different. Like someone like Kevin O'Leary. Kevin O'Leary, I find to be a bit of a clown. But when he talks, he always talks his own book. He always says like, "Hey, poor people should work harder." Or whatever. He's never like, "I'm an advocate for the poor." He'll never like lie. He'll just be evil. And like to me, that is more refreshing. It's not great. It's not like celebrated, but it doesn't bother me. It doesn't rub me the wrong way. The way that someone who he talks the other side of their book. That to me is more annoying. What do you think about Caleb Hammer type? I haven't watched anything, so I can't even speak about it. Oh, that's the wrong one. Caleb Hammer. But I know that there's like a bunch of YouTubers that do the thing where they bring up somebody with bad finances and they make fun of them. And then everyone in the comments feels better about their own finances. And it's probably a little exploitative, but also people do learn from that. People are volunteering to be on the show. And in exchange for getting a little roasted, they get help. And then people, it's a little exploitative, but it's not something like I would hate. I swear to God, I haven't seen the content. I have not seen this guy's content. I haven't seen I haven't seen like Dave Ramsey. I've only seen like a few clips. I don't know anything, but that stuff doesn't bother me as much. I mean, people need to learn that stuff some way. And if you have to add a little drama to it, then that's what you have to do. He's been getting meaner and meaner almost. So this is what you have to worry about. And if some of you might end up being content creators, I'm just going to tell you the unique things I've learned about what happens to your incentives when you're a content creator. And again, I think I'm lucky just because I made enough money from Nvidia stock that I don't feel as pressured, but the pressure still exists. The way you can watch any content creator that blows up and look at their videos, and you'll notice one thing. You'll notice a bunch of videos at the beginning that are like random, almost scattershot, different topics, different whatever, and then something will hit. And then something will hit. Something will get a much bigger amount, and you'll start to notice that thing repeats. They start leaning more into the exact same. You're looking for your niche. Once you find it, it'll repeat. Then from there, you start branching. You start branching off the niche, but if it's not hitting, people will go back to repeating that same thing, right? It's like that's how. Best Tweets is a great example. Not above it. Not above it. Best Tweets is a great example. This is just how it's like how the incentives work. You're running off that, and there's a thing in TV writing. Have you guys heard of the term Flanderization? It's where Ned Flanders in Simpsons, when he's originally introduced, he's like a more fleshed out, well-rounded character that has like a few annoying quirks. But over the course of the season, people laugh at those quirks. They're funny. So the writers lean more into it. And then eventually he becomes, "Hi, diddly ho, neighborino." And like, he's all the quirks. Randy from South Park, maybe is an example. Randy was always kind of but that's the idea, is like a character has a few things that are like a little outliers, and they become more and more extreme because you lean into them because people like. And then by the end of it, it's unrecognizable. By the end of like the show, the character is unrecognizable. They become just a parody of themselves. They're just a few things. And so with YouTube, there's a poll to do that. There's a poll like, if you, let's say you did a financial advice podcast and then one episode you dunked on someone. You're like, what a fucking idiot. This guy's finances are fucking terrible. And chat loves it, or the audience loves it. They go into that. Then next time your brain goes, I should dunk harder. You start dunking even more. And then, you lean into it. And then that by the end of it, you're not even doing financial advice, right? That's the cycle you get pulled in. So you have to be careful. You have to like kind of fight against it or try to do something else, break out. Like chat with Glizzy, maybe, but honestly, in my mind, the reason I make fun of the Glizzy stuff and I don't love it, but the reason Glizzy I think is good for this community is that the Glizzy coffee cow people are like a hard barricade, a hard wall against chat becoming insufferable, know-it-all econ students. Like I want to be able to talk about that stuff without getting those people. Do you understand? So I actually, as much as I make fun of those people, the Glizzy Coffee people, they're actually an important part of the community. They are truly the Iron Dome. They inject their brain around to keep it fun. Because here's the thing, this is like not for any altruistic reason. It's just that the channel doesn't work if it becomes. There's a million channels that can talk about similar topics and are boring as hell. I watch some of them. They all have 200 views. They're boring. You have to make it a little funnier, or it's not. There's no unique aspect to this. That you have to make it a little more entertaining, a little more lighthearted, a little more approachable. Otherwise, there's a sea of people that can bore your head off about it. So that's how I think about it. And that's why I really enjoy doing like, a day like the Slowly All at Once Marketing Monday right into me wearing Harry Potter and playing Quidditch and getting roasted by chat. It's like a good balance. You have to glizify the content a little bit. Yeah. Okay. Don't lean into it. Hey, Big A, I'm giving a presentation on unemployment caused by AI to a room of people who disagree with the argument that AI will cause unemployment. How can I convince them it will when they don't seem to care about anecdotes or evidence? Okay. Well, the first part of your question was asking me to do your work for you. Sounds like a job. I did it. I've talked about this in my presentation. You can take from that if you want to. And then the second part is that they don't care about anecdotes or evidence, then you can't convince them. If they don't care about anecdotes or evidence. But what I will say is, in my experience, most people are not very good at convincing other people of anything. Caught. All right? I'll just say it. Most people think that if they are like louder or angrier or more insulting, or if they find the right stat, if they point to the right graph or something, they will convince someone. And that I've never seen that work ever. Not once in a million years. So you have to try a different type. You have to come at it from an angle if you really want to convince someone. And you have to make them believe that you have some shared interest, that you are on some common ground. If they just see you as, and this is going to help you a lot in the business world, because one of my favorite comments that I got on the last Marketing Monday was nothing about the content. It's like, some guy's like, I don't know if any of this is true, but man, I liked how you presented it. I'm learning how to present. And like that, I like that because I feel like legitimately that was my best skill in NVIDIA, was that I could take an idea, even if it was a fucking 7 out of 10 idea, and I could get executives to buy in on it. They would give us money. So that means I could lead a big like it was important. It's hard. You have to get up there and speak confidently about something and tell someone. And if you learn that, it's helpful. Big A, I ate a banh mi today. Can you tell me I'm a Chad for eating such a cuisine? You think you're a Chad for eating a banh mi. And you are. Congrats, Chad. I hit the wrong one. Congrats. Banh mi's fire. Day old Chinese takeout. What am I? Also, actually, probably more of a Giga Chad because your iron stomach doesn't care what you eat. All you need is nutrients to fuel your grind. Do you know what I'm saying? What about week old? Holy shit, is that Asmongold? Is that my goat? My God King? This is my first year playing fantasy football. My team is horrible. Do you want me to take over? I know so much about football that I could do it easily. And I'm not phrasing the sentence weird. It's just true. That's just what I could do. But unfortunately, I am unavailable. So I can't jump in. But man, do I know football. Move them chains. 3 words says it all. Okay? Move them chains. And if you don't know, then you're not a football fan like me. Do you only watch basketball? Yeah, I do only watch basketball in the sports world. Who's the football number 1? Move them chains. My honest guess is Patrick Mahomes. Is he the number 1 player in football? That's what I would guess from watching no football and just osmosis knowing. Yes? Easy. It's so easy. It's so easy, dude. That's why I could. LeBron is unironically the best football player. He would be. LeBron's the athlete GOAT. He'd be the best of all sports. I'm thinking of making a movie where the premise is a kid finds a pair of shoes that used to belong to this streamer guy that played basketball in California. And when he puts on the shoes, his fingers grow and he can't dunk anymore. You want to make like Mike, but for Atrioc, such a small niche targeted community and joke. This feels like it's going to be a tough way to make money, right? You think you're going to get a broad countrywide ticket sales for what is essentially a child playing basketball poorly? Well, how does the movie even end? Like Mike. It's about the art, not the money. You just need a few whales to see it every day. Dude, it would be. How would you change the film industry to target whales? Like, what if every time you watched a movie, you could unlock something? or yeah, like okay, movies have different endings, and you have to watch it 5 times to unlock like the real ending. Okay, you're describing the Avengers. The Avengers is kind of like that, but you still only see it once. What I'm saying is like video games can make their money off one person spending a lot of money rather than a lot of people seeing it. So what if there was a movie that could make money? What if when you go to a theater, the person that spends the most money gets to become the golden ticket and their seat is glowing or whatever, and they can control the movie? They can like pick what happens. Like it's a choose your own adventure or something. That's so fucking stupid. All right. Stay poor. You're not going to afford the golden ticket, bitch. They can pause it whenever. They just pause and go to the bathroom. They can rewind, play the same. Okay, what if you're watching a movie? What if movie tickets are half price? You go to watch a movie, halfway through they start running ads. Unless you pay, and then you get to skip the ad. Wait, no, they'll be in the same theater. What if it's a 3D movie and the ads run on the inside of your glasses unless you pay to disable it? I'm just trying. I'm spitballing here. That's money. I would never go to a movie again, bro. You probably aren't anyway. We need movie loot boxes with actual movie props. Speak to that. So like you could go and get a fucking Avengers loot box with a Thor hammer in it or something. Yeah, I guess that's kind of a good. That's like a merch bag. There's something there, but that's not. What I'm trying to do is gamify movies. I'm trying to see if there's a way we can take the worst lessons of the game industry and apply them to film. Oh my god! I just realized it. Okay, boom. You know how they have the scans that they put background actors in so they can steal their likeness with AI? You show up to the movie theater. It's launch day. It's the new Star Wars movie or whatever. In the lobby, you can scan your face, and if you spend extra money, they will put your face on a background actor. You spend extra, and then in the movie you can go, oh, look, it's me. And it's only for your scene. Look, that's me behind Club Shido. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Do they own my face? Yes, for eternity. Yeah. You have to sign a little T&Cs when you're doing it, and you don't know this, and they own all of your rights and likeness for eternity. Of course. Of course, of course, of course. What's sad is that would actually work. I'm spitting here, dude. Dude, it was really fun. One thing I miss about NVIDIA was we'd have these brainstorm sessions that would last 3 fucking hours sometimes. And people would say the absolute goofiest, dumbest fucking ideas. And there was always, actually, I say I miss it. I miss the first half when we're having a good time spitballing, and I hated the second half when I'd have to be the guy that's like, okay, that's not going to work, and we need something. I remember, dude, I've talked about this a couple times, but I remember people pitching that we make a giant fucking NVIDIA blimp over Gamescom that leads to like geo-located GPUs that are, and I was like, bro, we have to put this up in like 2 weeks. This is like a conference. We're not even announcing something. But you can't ever in a meeting be the guy that's like, no. You have to kind of be like, okay, interesting. There's some budgetary concerns, but let's put that on the. You have to compliment sandwich it, which is tough. But I do remember some fucking crazy ones. Trying to think of more. I wonder, this would be a fun stream idea. Do I have any like old pitch decks from NVIDIA that I could like strip of identifying information and we could look at? That would be fun. You're going to leak something? Well, I'll just have to fucking go through it with a fine-tooth comb, or I'll... I think companies should hire one asshole to shut down ideas like that. Yeah, but the thing is, if you have an asshole in the room, then it kills the vibe. Like, the problem is, like, 6 bad ideas like that lead to one halfway good idea that leads to a good idea. So you can't be, like, shutting them all down, because then the room becomes icy. And then nobody wants to volunteer anything that's not safe. Honestly, assholes in the room is why you get boring fucking designed by committee ideas. Because then nobody wants to say something that's called stupid. And then they only say safe things. And then you end up with a really safe, boring, nobody gets fired, but it's not an exciting idea. So it's a balancing act, but it just takes time. And that's why it's annoying. You just 3 hours in and you're like, fuck, I got other shit to do. you ever see a campaign that got totally dumpstered? I've talked about the one that totally, I think, didn't go well, which was the one where with the laptop and all the things that are supposed to be in it. I've talked about that. I don't remember where I don't know if I could find the image, but I've shown that on screen where it was like the idea was to show, it was like the Apple ad where they have all these things that are getting crushed into one. It was like this thin laptop has all of this power in it, but like the photo shoot was bad and we had like dry ice strapped with a belt to a disco ball strapped to it just looked bad. So like the idea I think was kind of cool, but the execution we fumbled it. So that didn't really work. And then I don't know. I don't know if something got pitched that was like a total disaster, but so good Apple stole it from you. I don't think they stole it from you. I think this would be a good time to take a quick break and watch something interesting. Something that makes us go, makes us think, but also makes us laugh. And I wonder if anybody has a damn good video. I actually had a couple that I was saving. I don't know. Oh, it was, where was it? Oh yeah, we can watch the Eddie Burback video. Eddie Burback made a video called "So AI is Here, Now What?" And he's really funny. And I want to hear what he thinks. And it got like a fucking 1.5 million views in 2 days. So, let's see if it's fire. AI is here. What now?
Suddenly, it seems everyone is talking about artificial intelligence.
Well, let's take a look at a video that never happened.
We can watch, it's a little long, a little longer than I'd like. And if it's not new info, then we can watch not too much of it. I love Eddie, but maybe it's not what we need. But I'll watch the beginning and we'll see.
Because OpenAI, the company behind ChatGPT, has unveiled a new artificial intelligence model that takes written prompts and video.
Self-driving robo-taxis are already on the road in 2 U.S. cities and could soon be coming to a place near you.
My books have been taken, and I didn't even know about it. I wasn't asked about it. I didn't approve it.
The violation of me, of my individuality, my likeness, my voice, are saying these words that I did not agree to say.
Who's that guy? Why did they all stop and run into each other?
The AI that you are most likely to encounter in your life is built by a handful of for-profit companies using data you never realized they were collecting.
So a few months ago, I'm wasting precious hours of my life away on TikTok, when suddenly I'm shown an ad for Google's AI program, Google Gemini.
Okay, can't be that hard. How about generate an image of a cat playing guitar?
Is that how it works? Am I doing AI?
Yeah, it just does whatever you type.
This was the first commercial from a big company I'd ever seen for AI, and I was surprised by the lifestyle it pitched.
What a last-minute gift ideas you can make with arts and crafts.
Plan a workout routine to get bigger calves.
If a girl calls me a snack, how do I reply?
Yeah, that's how it works. You're doing AI.
Rather than taking care of things you don't want to do, like organizing your schedule or...
What did I just read? That was so... Oh, man. It was like... Damn. It was something about people using ChatGPT for such an innocuous human conversation. Damn, what was it? It was like... Oh, fuck, dude. I wish I yeah, introductions. Well, I think it was introductions. It was I think it was people having to write introductions to each other, and they were they were chat GPT. Wait. Let me see if I can find it. It was a tweet, right? It was kind of fucking me up. Can I search? Dude, it doesn't work. It doesn't. My fucking keyboard only press Z now. Dude, I actually have to get a new keyboard. I literally can't. Everything I type goes to Z. It just goes Z, 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 Z. Ah, it's snoozing. Dude, that sucks. That fucking sucks. Was it the prof say? Maybe. Did Slime retweet it? Let's see. Slime. I can't type. Oh, I'm so sad. Wait, I might have a spare keyboard. Hold up. Water is the enemy of technology, dude. That's why I think we should only drink soda. Because soda won't betray us like this. Okay. Boom. Bro is dressed like a tree. It's just brown and green. I'm not cosplaying a tree, bro. Okay. Let's see. Oh my god, it works. Thank the Lord. Okay. At Atrioc, get out of me swamp. Shrek outfit. I don't look like that. I don't look like that. I don't look like that. I'm looking at Shrek right now. I don't look like that. There's no similarity. Okay. Is this what I will... Is it a while ago? Chat GPT introduction. I can't find it. I can, man. If someone finds it, let me know. We'll watch the rest of this video. Oh, someone linked it? Okay, let's see. Second week of the semester, and I've already had students use and own up to using ChatGPT to write their first assignment. Briefly introduce yourself and say what you're hoping to get out of this class. They're also using it to word the questions they ask in class. That's wild. That's wild. Yeah, just say, yep, caught. That's so funny. It's getting worse. Yeah, it's just students aren't using this stuff as a problem-solving tool or whatever BS people spout. They're using it to forget how to talk. Possible. Be passing it up about it. Yeah, I mean, I think there's some truth to this. I do think this line of logic is a little silly. Where everyone's like, it's just like Wikipedia. You know, it's just like anything before it. There's something different when it does the whole thing. Yeah, there's not even 1 ounce of thought. Like it's not. There's not any. It never has to travel through your brain. You know? It just skips the whole thing. My class planned ChatGPT, but allows another AI that can use the ChatGPT API. And no login requires citizen tracking. You know, and they're just using ChatGPT. I mean, how can they? What I understand is how can they? I'm sure everyone says they ban it, but how do they ban it? How do you know? If how can you tell someone they didn't use? They take it off Wi-Fi. That seems like a false sense of security, right? Because then someone just uses their data on their phone. I'm sure it's obvious. Listen, if some student who can't string 3 words together turns in a 19-page essay on fucking the Civil War or something, and it's written, you know, it's very obvious, I'm sure, but I feel like there's a lot of cases where it's not obvious, and how can they prove it? Using cheap ChatGPT to become the ideal chatter. What does ChatGPT say? If I asked it the question, hey ChatGPT, I'm a new chatter in a streamer's community, in a Twitch streamers community. His name is Atrioc, and he talks about marketing and business and plays video games. How can I introduce myself to chat seamlessly without getting embarrassed? Let's see. Okay, here's a if you guys are worried, because I know you guys have social anxiety here. Here's your advice. Here is your advice. Introducing yourself in a Twitch chat can feel a bit intimidating at first, but here's a few tips to make it smooth and comfortable. Start with a simple greeting. Something like, hey everyone, first time in chat, excited to be here, works well. It's casual. It shows you're just happy to be part of the community. Mention something you like about the stream. You could say, I've been really enjoying Atrioc's take on marketing business lately, or loved the gaming stream yesterday. It shows you're engaged without being overly formal. Ask a light question or comment. This is ironically not terrible advice, people. This is sad that you have to hear it from ChatGPT. This game looks fun. Any tips for a newbie? Twitch chat is usually laid back, so don't stress too much about making it perfect. People in Twitch communities often appreciate enthusiasm and positive vibes. Help. I tried this, and now everyone is making fun of me. What do I do? It's okay. Lean into the joke. Ha ha, I walked right into that one. Guess I set myself up for that, huh? Clearly, I've got a lot to learn about chat meta. It shows you're a good sport. Perfect. This is good for me. Guess I walked into that one. Good. This is good. We've improved the chat. I think we've improved the chat. feed it a bunch of chats for context and access to blend in. Sounds like a lot of work, and it'll end up just saying glizzy 1,000 times. What about the traditional method of show up, don't read room, ask HR complicated question? The new chat meta for the last 6 months. Show up, don't know anything about what's going on. I'm currently in the middle of laughing about beer and toothpaste or something. Ask me a 3-paragraph essay that you probably have due tomorrow about... or ask me to fix your life. And then wait for the answer, then leave. And then spam it too. All right, let's continue this video.
Or your job, the pitch seems to be that it would help you think about your loved ones or communicate for you. But it begs the question, why do I need to use this? Couldn't most of this just be done by Googling something and finding sourced information? Is AI in its current state going to sincerely improve our lives? Or do large corporations want us to adopt it just because it's the hot new thing?
What's a good excuse to cancel dinner with my friends?
We're literally sitting right here.
There's no wrong way to prompt. Yeah, you're doing it. There's no wrong way to prompt. Just whatever you prompt your prompt in the prompt bar.
And since that ad, the floodgates have burst open with AI advertising. I now constantly see AI commercials from Meta, Google, and other companies on TV. My neighborhood has been invaded by
And we're seeing commercials constantly because they need to make money from it. They spent billions, hundreds of billions on CapEx, like building data centers for AI. And if they can't turn a profit on it and get consumers to care about it, it's really, really bad. It's
self-driving Ubers. So you know what? I want to know what life looks like when someone tries to apply this technology in its current state in as many ways as possible. But I take a while to make videos, so let's get back to earlier this summer. Over the last year, we've all been constantly bombarded by new AI programs. We've got ChatGPT from OpenAI, Meta AI from Meta, Google Gemini, and many more. During this time, it seems like anything that a computer does is now being branded as artificial intelligence. But one of the main introductions and advertisements for AI is its ability to generate images.
Generate an image of a cat playing guitar.
Imagine a treehouse.
In a big oak tree with a porch and a ladder.
Imagine Little Italy in 1954.
Oh, there it is.
Wow, it's amazing.
That's a little dystopian. Showing your grandfather what Little Italy in the 50s looked like. Wow, there it is. Like, not going to his old photo books and like talking about his actual stories from living through it. Just generating a completely fake, mismatched, hodgepodge photo and showing it to him. The arrogance. Wait. Okay. Sorry, I just want to, this is what I'm going to show my grandpa. I asked it to generate a picture of my grandpa fighting in World War II. And it's like, damn, it's like I was there. Isn't that fucking awesome? Like, wow, there it is. There it is. And what's cool is I asked it to do that. And then it said it would help to know more details about how your grandpa looked. Could you describe his appearance? And then I said no. And then it did it anyway. I don't even say what side he was on. That's perfect. That's perfect. That looks like World War I because there's a trench. I think this is... I can't wait to show this to my gramps. You can just tell. He's going to get the flashbacks. It'll be great.
Anything that your heart desires. Do you want to see a super cool guy? Well, yeah, I guess this is what Google Gemini gives you. Now, I'm headed to Chicago for the weekend, so I thought I'd ask Gemini to generate images of the city before I go. Now, it gave me 4 images, 3 of which are weird, messed up photos of the Chicago skyline. I don't know what this is supposed to be. The 4th image was just this photo of a deep dish pizza.
Weird
I said generate
pizza.
images of Chicago, and it gave me this as the 4th one. Now, we all know deep dish is famously made with its crust, tomato on top of the crust.
Let me tell you something about this image. If Google was worth $2 trillion before, it should be worth $3 trillion after this. This is clearly a sign of deep, sustainable market value. Okay? Any company that can produce this should be worth $1 trillion more dollars. $1.5 trillion. There's clear value here.
Cheese on top of the tomato, tomato on top of the cheese, and then cheese on top of the tomato with pepperoni on top of the cheese. Sounds like a regular deep dish pizza to me. Once we were there for the weekend, we started off by grabbing a picnic blanket, beers, and watching some 4th of July fireworks. One of the most classic ways to enjoy the summer as an American. But could it be improved on? The crowd was focused on the dazzling light show in front of us.
Boring.
Drew
Use
kept
AI.
asking me to look up and get off my phone, but I refused to look because I had AI generated images of fireworks myself. So I didn't feel like I missed out on anything, actually. It was like I had my own private show on my phone.
Yeah, a better
It was actually it was just as good. The next day, we headed downtown and went on Chicago's architecture tour. This is usually my #1 recommendation for anybody visiting the city for the first time. Chicago's architecture is absolutely beautiful. Each building comes with its own artist and story of how it was constructed, when it fit into the city, what was happening at the time. Thousands of human hands and lives touched each individual building. Every detail on every building was individually constructed and crafted by human choices. These things make the skyline a beautiful mosaic of art, architecture, engineering, construction, and a history of over 100 years.
Sure.
All of these aspects and human lives beautifully swirling down a funnel that feeds an AI image model that can spit out its own version of the skyline with random new buildings that have no stories, that have no individual touch to them. But they popped up on my phone and it's almost like I made them. Finally, we ended the weekend at the Lincoln Park Zoo. Yeah, cool rhino idiots. The one I generated is freaking on fire. So obviously, AI image generation can't compete with real life. But what are the advertised uses for this thing right now? There were 2 in the meta ad shown earlier that I wanted to call attention to. First, a father and daughter planning a treehouse. They don't ask AI to analyze a photo of the tree and pick out a structural blueprint for a treehouse that would fit perfectly. They
Can't do
just
that.
say, imagine a treehouse in a big oak tree with a porch and a ladder. Which, sure, I guess it could help you, like, pick out a vibe, but you need a ton of research and sourced information to plan a treehouse
That is
that's
so
safe for your
unhelpful.
child. But the ad just kind of shows that they built it.
It's actually worse than just Google image searching treehouse, because then you'd see a real one in a real tree, and that could help. Like, a generated one is less useful.
They looked at this photo and then they just built a treehouse. You could also just Google information about a treehouse in a big oak tree, and not only will you get people's experience and planning and information that'll help you, you also get visual representations of what it could look like. But the one I have a much bigger problem with is the other example in the Meta commercial. Here, a younger man, assuming a grandson, asks Meta to imagine Little Italy in 1954. AI image generation in its current state gives you a fictional image based on visual and contextual information that it's been fed. So when you're
I want to try it right now. I just want to see what it's like. Imagine Little Italy in 1954. What do we get? I just want to see if it can take us back. Generate Arizona in 2002. Oh my God. Oh my God, chat. There it is. There it is. You can tell because it says Little Italy twice. Actually, 3 times. I'm sorry. You can tell. Holy shit. It's like we're there. The vibes, the smells, the sounds, the colors. Little Italy, Little Italy, Little Italy. That's how you know. Wow. Powerful stuff. I can almost smell Mario. Okay, wait. Imagine Arizona. Where's a place I've lived? Arizona in 2006. Imagine Phoenix, Arizona in 2006. I'll be honest with you. There it is. I mean, I'll be honest with you. That's, you know what I'm saying? There it is. Not much to say about that. Really well done. AI is worth it. In its current iteration.
If you're looking for a photo of a real time in history, you should not be using AI. Here's a photo of Little Italy in 1974, taken by Eddie Hausner for the New York Times. There is so much information to learn just from one photo of the past. Just on a surface level, you can see how someone worked, what the fashion in the area was like at the time, items that stores were selling, what graphic design and signs looked like at the time, building architecture, hell, even what awnings looked like for all my awning heads out there. Real information about a real moment in time with real people captured by a talented photographer. This is not Little Italy in 1954. This is just the vibe a computer thought Little Italy was like.
Oh, there it is.
Even when used as a building block for an idea, AI image generation is an amalgamation of stolen art and information. Using it as concept art not only steals from actual artists, but it robs you the experience of finding an artist you really like. It robs your inspiration of personal human touch. So okay, I don't really like AI images, but I want to try something that exists in the physical world. A nearly 5,000-pound vehicle that thinks for itself, the Waymo car.
Well, as if the roads and the highways are not clogged enough, you might see even more vehicles on the roads. That's because Waymo is testing its self-driving cars on San Francisco freeways.
Startup Waymo moving forward with expanding its robo-taxi service here in LA, despite ongoing concerns over the safety of these autonomous vehicles.
These were originally Google's self-driving autonomous vehicle in 2009 until it was spun off and established as Waymo in 2016. And because of my proximity to them, I can call
I'm not anti-self-driving. Self-driving's awesome. Should get here sooner rather than later. Self-driving is just a good idea long term. The human drivers fucking suck. We kill each other all the time. We get sleepy. People drink. There's a fucking million reasons. Self-driving is better. Trains. Okay, we're talking about real world here, okay? I don't know if this is crazy to you. In the real world, we're way more likely to get self-driving versions of cars than get fucking public transport across America. You fucking fictional... Hey, why doesn't Aladdin fly me to fucking DC on his magic carpet, dipshit? We're not gonna get a fucking crisscross network of high-speed rail. It's about the violin. But this at least can reduce accidents.
Right now, get in the car with my physical body and take a deep exhale. Really breathe outward into the car. After my COVID quarantine and a negative test, I was ready to stop spewing my COVID germs and go back to spewing my regular germs in a Waymo car. But first, a quick word from the sponsor of this video. I fell down a well. Don't ask. This video was sponsored by CookUnity. CookUnity is the first chef-to-consumer platform delivering freshly prepared, pre-selected meals right to your door weekly. Which sounds tasty. I could really use some food down here. CookUnity chefs offer up a wide range of meals with over 7 different dietary preference filters, including vegan, paleo, and gluten-free options. The meals are delivered fully cooked, so all you have to do is heat them up. And their subscription service is super flexible, so you can pause, cancel, or skip weeks at any time. They sent me a few meals including Southern fried chicken with spicy honey and buttermilk mashed potatoes by Chris Rattel from New York. I also got an eggplant parm dish, some chicken katsudon, and a couple more. All of the dishes were not only easy to cook, I just popped these bad boys in the oven for around 15 minutes or whatever the directions said, but they also did taste great. So go to cookunity.com/Burback50 or click the link in the description and use my code Burback50 to get 50% off your first order of CookUnity meals to try them out for yourself. Okay, back to the video, but just, before we cut away, if anyone could call for help or get me out of the way. Now, the current testing area for these cars stretches from downtown LA to Santa Monica, so I decided to go for a random round trip just to see what the ride was like. The car was a white Jaguar SUV, and it came with its own self-driving hat. But as I reached for the handle, wait, how do you open this? I could not figure out how to open it.
That's not
Genuinely, how do you open the car door? There was a fruit cart on the corner, and the person selling fruit absolutely laughed at me. It was like a loud laugh. Like, they did not care that I heard them laughing at me. But it turns out you need to go on the app and unlock the car door first. So once I did that, the handle popped out.
Hey, Eddie.
I guess so. Stranger doesn't get in.
Hello. Once in the car and buckled up, I was ready to take my first ever
Dude, what if the self-driving car, to make you feel more like it's an actual Uber, started talking to you and making like political small talk. Maybe like some charged small talk that you don't know exactly how to yeah, that fucking Gavin Newsom, huh? Who are you voting for?
Driving taxi.
Hello from Waymo. As we get going, let's give us 1 minute to cover a few riding tips. This experience may feel futuristic, but the need to buckle up is the same as always. So keep your seatbelt fastened, please.
Other than being very uncomfortable with the fact that there was no driver in my car.
So how long? Okay, picture this. The year is 2035. You're in the back of a self-driving car and it's talking to you. Keep your seatbelt fastened, please. You fire off a hilarious post on Truth Social. Maybe making fun of Joe Biden, who's still president, by the way. He's somehow won again. And then immediately your car flags you for not being woke enough. Okay? The doors lock and you start getting driven to a concentration camp. This could happen. This could happen, folks. Keep vigilant. Okay? This is the future. This is the present that Obama wants. So I'm just trying to get a Fox News spot, guy. I'm trying to make some money.
How long have you been driving for Waymo? Things were going pretty smoothly.
Somehow Biden
With
returned.
the limited range of where Waymo cars can go in the city right now, I decided to have it take me to the Beverly Center. I was doing a round trip, so I wouldn't leave the car. But if you've lived in LA for a long time, you'll know that the Beverly Center is a meeting place of culture, a spot where small businesses can thrive. Anytime anyone I know visits LA and they ask for spots, I give them my top 5. Santa Monica Pier, the Beverly Center, Hollywood Boulevard, the Grove, and the Americana. It's a rite of passage for LA transplants to go to small, wealthy, boring areas of the city and then go on social media to say that all of LA sucks. Anyways, back to the ride.
So, when did you start driving for Waymo?
We made it to the Beverly Center drop-off without any issue, and since it was a round trip, I had the option to just resume the ride again. As I went to resume the ride, I scared myself because there was a piece of lint on my pinky ring, and I thought it was a bug. After being literally so brave and getting the piece of lint off my pinky ring, I resumed the ride. However, we were in a tight parking lot, and the self-driving car decided to stop driving itself.
Okay, so... So there's
It's
just
because
a
you're such
simple...
a bad conversationalist. I want
We
you to
sat
get out.
there, stuck between an AI rock and a completely open place.
That's it, we just gotta turn out.
There was also a park.
I talked about this before, but like, I remember reading that at least in the early editions of the self-driving car like this, people could draw chalk lines around the car and it would stop it from moving because the scanners would scan it as road signs. Like you could, if you could lock it in like a beetle. Yeah. And you could use it to freeze it in place so you could steal it or rob it or take the tires off or whatever. And I thought that would be such a fire movie. Like not obviously not a full movie, but like it would be interesting to see like a gang of thieves that use these high-tech tricks in the future to steal things. I think that would be so cool. Like a heist movie with all this little high-tech tricks, and I think that would be so fun.
Parking booth right in front of us, and this guy seemed so frustrated because
You said this already? That's why at the beginning of the sentence I said, I've said this already. But thank you for listening. You dumb son of a bitch.
knew it was a self-driving car and it wasn't moving at all. But after a moment, it seemed like support stepped in and we started moving just fine.
Just go. Oh, he's looking at me.
But other than our slight delay, the rest of the ride was pretty smooth and comfortable. The driving these things have to do is relatively easy. There's no highways or anything. But this does make me nervous for the ride-sharing industry, especially because at the beginning of this ride, I did price match it with Uber, and at least at that moment, it was $5 cheaper. Do I think this new startup will be cheaper forever? Yeah. I'm willing to bet my movie pass on it. But Waymos haven't exactly been a smooth ride all over the country. They're currently testing in LA, Phoenix, and where the original...
Yeah, everything that's funded by investors will be artificially cheap at first, and then they raise prices. But it's not crazy to think that self-driving would be cheaper than human drivers eventually, long term, because they don't have to pay a human. It cuts the... That's just... It is, of course, it would be cheaper. So, but it's also just less dangerous. I don't think like we have a, I don't know, a need for that job to exist. Human driver. Just need more. They can justify cost prices with it. What about Adam Driver? What if Adam Driver was your driver? This guy wants to kill every single taxi driver. Yeah, that's what I was saying. I'm advocating for the murder of every single taxi driver in America. I am not necessarily saying that. Some people like driving. I'm not you think you're overstepping here. I don't think it's the government comes out and says you cannot drive your own car or you must have a mandatory AI driver. I think the way they're designing it is that they can work with human drivers. Some people like driving. Yes, people don't see someone at parties. But like, I mean, even people that like driving, even someone that likes driving, I would assume like during a commute they would want an AI driver. There's times you like driving when you have a fucking open road or want to do something. Nobody wants to sit in traffic, and you know what I'm saying? It's the ability to take a fucking nap in your car is incredible. It's like that is the ultimate dream. We have such a car-based system, and you have to drive long times to get places sometimes. I don't trust the robots. That's your right, but I think you've already trusted the robots in millions of ways in your daily life that you are not acknowledging. I think when you get on a plane, you're trusting the robot that's autopiloting most of the flight. I think you're trusting robots in thousands of in traffic lights and everything, in a million different. You're using machines in so many different ways that are impacting your life, and you are trusting them. And it's weird to say that we could never crack the code of how. I mean, it's just there's just so many bad human drivers, bro. They're just so bad. Including like they're actually getting worse. I think statistically, human drivers are getting worse because of phones. People are more distracted driving than ever. We have more distracted driving, like it's going down. Or I'm sorry, going up. The number of lethal hits is going up. So it's like we're not getting better. You're gonna get this skibbity toilet generation into a car, and they're not gonna get their license until they're 34. But when they do, I see people on TikTok driving all the time. What do you mean? You see people on TikTok driving all the time. Does that mean you are driving and you see people on TikTok all the time? Or you are watching TikTok and you see people driving on it TikTok all the time? Or you're in a car driving right now watching me and your phone's out and you have two split screens and one of them is showing TikTok of other drivers. Is that... Okay, fluent. Good. All right, great. Awesome.
Originally started San Francisco.
Now to the driverless cars that some San Francisco residents say are making them lose sleep with honking horns all night long as they try to park themselves. Larry, you're back to the story. I'm glad none of us live there. We have a problem.
This morning, San Francisco residents
all
are
the AI
fed
cars
up
driving
after
in a
being
circle,
kept up at
honking at
night
each other.
by driverless Waymo cars honking at each other through the night as they park.
So funny to have two AI cars from the same company honk at each other. It's like they can be digitally linked. They should be able to fucking communicate without having to fucking honk. It's a mating call?
It's fucking 4 a.m.
Past 2 weeks, I've been woken up more times overnight than I have combined over 20 years.
It's also particularly shocking to me that they can just...
They taught the AI how to be as rude as actual SF drivers. Yes, they're learning. They're learning, dude. They're getting more human-like. Yeah, I said this,
combined.
This dude does look tired. Like I would 100% believe Russell here when he's like, yeah, I got shit sleep last night. He looks fucking tired. He looks like
over 20 years.
It's also particularly shocking to me that they can just be on the road testing when it feels like we don't have a lot of rules for that yet. There were multiple incidents of self-driving cars being pulled over by the police, and they just like don't really know what to do.
An officer gets out of his car to speak to the driver, only to discover
ain't nobody in it.
And then the car speeds away from the officers, passing through an intersection.
Oh my God, can you imagine? You're drunk driving late at night. You hear the sirens behind you. You know you're getting pulled over. You pull over, duck into the back seat, hide, throw up like a Waymo sticker on your dash. The cop comes up, looks inside. Oh, it's Waymo? Oh, it's one of those. The second he walks back to his car to report it, you jump back to the front seat, zoom away. Holy shit.
Before pulling over again.
No, can you show me out at 7th Ave and Osborne? I got a unmanned vehicle that was kind of taken off from me. It's a Waymo car.
It's not every day.
You won't have the hat? Just get a hat. Get a fake hat. Get a fake hat, and then you can drive however you want.
You see a Phoenix police officer pulling over a driverless car.
Hi!
But with all that being said, my ride was somewhat smooth, and it was coming to an end. But yeah, after a few minutes, I got to the end of the ride, and it was time for me to get out. But as I entered the sight lines of the Waymo rearview mirror, I realized that it wasn't just my first autonomous taxi driving away. No, on that fateful summer, I had made a friend.
Best friends make better love. Best friends make better love.
How long have you been driving for Waymo?
Best friends make better.
Okay, so... Goodbye, Waymo. But Waymos aren't the only self-driving vehicle in my neighborhood.
Now at 5:30, Hollywood's food delivery robots are under attack. Videos show vandals kicking them and even tipping them over.
Yeah, everyone's been robbing
delivery
them.
robots. You may have seen them getting beaten up on the news, driving through an active crime scene.
Just runs over like a victim's head. Spraying like to carry my fucking pizza rolls that I'm ordering. My fucking 6 liquid deaths. Six liquid deaths and sweet tarts, dude. Holy shit.
Or trying to cross the road on a red light. This is not my video, but I have seen this exact thing happen before. I watched one go out into the road on a red light, a car had to screech to a halt and honked at it, which like, I mean, the robot's not going to be like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. If you're unaware, around the time of the pandemic, these little guys started driving around LA. They show up to a restaurant, lock the food in their little box body, and then drive it over to your address. But I mainly know these robots from them getting in my way while I'm on a run. This one was recorded just a few days ago while I've been making this video. It almost ran into me, and after I finished my run, I circled back about 10 minutes later to see the progress it had made. And it had only moved 1 block. These things just sit there, not move. Oh, it's actually going. Oh, I stand corrected. It is on its way. Oh, nope, it's on its way. It's going right to the address. Oh, nope.
The Coco ones are remotely driven, not self-driving. Is this a Coco one? So when they got a guy back at fucking HQ with a remote control, just driving. Does it have a camera on it? They're doing like they have a gamer. Some guy in India. Yeah, there's some guy in India for fucking 18 cents an hour to drive on 200 ping through the streets of LA. Little fucking thing. What a world. What a world.
Okay, nope. Okay, now it's going, and I think it's going to make its way to the address just for... Oh. And now it's going in the grass. It got stuck in the grass. But there's something glaringly obvious when you look at both of these self-driving robots. The main reason for them existing that we can't ignore. These are here to replace human work. So assuming nothing goes terribly wrong with the Waymo cars and delivery robots, these things may be the perfect example of the real crisis we'll be facing in the future. New technologies in labor have always done two things at once. One, it makes the task of labor easier to complete, sure, but two, that easy labor comes with less of a need for the number of laborers. Let's take the taxi business for example. It was all but completely destroyed by ride-sharing apps like Uber and Lyft due to convenience. Now that we have millions of ride-sharing drivers in the US alone, what happens to them if Waymo is a success? Now, I can already hear the popular argument for technological advancements in work. Well, okay, sure, people will lose their jobs, but that technology will create new jobs. Machines need engineers, people to produce and build them, people to repair them. But with the evolution of technology, and specifically the aim of AI, its convenience by definition would require less and less human work. Let's say Waymo puts all ride-sharing drivers across the United States out of work. Are they all going to become AI programmers? AI progressing will just take those coding jobs too, no? So my question is, if AI gets better, what is the plan here? Even if these people found a different job, how could you guarantee the different job wouldn't also be eaten by AI? Isn't that the whole goal of making AI more intelligent? And in fact, even on the consumer end, I've been taking a couple of Waymos over the last few weeks. How long you been driving for Waymo?
Different opening line.
That's right. And there's even been times where it is more expensive than an Uber without any human labor involved. There's no driver, and yet it's somehow more money? So what's the point? The point would be not to make it cheaper or more convenient for us, but not having to split that profit with a driver that works for you. It's the same, if not more, out of your pocket as the customer, but the whole pie goes to them. And that's considered smart business until no one has any damn money to spend. I mean, this type of thing would require a completely new system for working and living. Like, even if most corporations had AI take 99% of the jobs in their companies, how the hell are they gonna make a profit if 99% of people are out of work? Right now, the beefy 5-layer burrito at Taco Bell is $4.59. It was 89 cents in 2009. 89 cents in 2009, calculated for inflation today, is $1.30. $1.30 is not over $4 last time I checked. And if a computer digitizes a 5-layer burrito into existence...
There, what inflation calculator are you using? What inflation calculator? There's no way. There's no way. That's not even like the headline number of inflation.
Without any human work, are you gonna make it cost way less, Taco Bell? Even if it's cheaper, what money will I have if AI takes my job? My job isn't hard. What money will any of us have? This is the most short-sighted bullshit I've ever seen. Even if you're mega wealthy, you can't keep making gains on your investments if nobody has any damn money to spend. Why would you want computers to take all our jobs? And I don't even know if AI is that good or will be that good. But what are we thinking? All right, so maybe I got a little too heated about the beefy 5-layer burrito. So I decided to use AI in a way that usually calms me down. Watching movies. And the big scare for movies right now are AI video models like Sora AI and Luma Dream Machine.
It's an AI technology.
It's worth talking about this. The last part. I think it's an interesting discussion. Because I said something similar in my video. What I'm more concerned about is it's the interim period with the rapid rate of change. Rather than trying to say we should just stop, we should just not do this. Because it's like, I think it's I don't want to say annoying. It's weird to look at a system where people are having to drive Uber Eats to make ends meet and go like, oh, we can't take their jobs. Like the job shouldn't exist, bro. It's like, it's what getting rid of the human in that job is fine. The solution is not to stop technological process and keep them locked into this. Do you know what I'm saying? It's not, those jobs should be automated as much as possible. There's no fulfillment in that job. I've spoken about UBI a couple of times. I'm a general proponent of it. The only reason I get wary about it is because nobody ever wants to fund it with taxes. If you're gonna fund UBI with debt, it's not gonna work. It is gonna be as inflationary as people promise it. UBI is universal basic income. Just tax the fucks out of AI companies? Yeah, but you could just whoever the winners are in the whatever the wealthy is, whoever's got all the entrenched capital. You can just tax them. Uber drivers wouldn't be Uber driving if they had a choice. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I don't like, I don't like the idea that we shouldn't replace these jobs because they're inherently valuable to have a human do them. I don't think they are, and especially for, I don't know, driving in general, it's like it's a huge killer of Americans. It's very, very dangerous. And I wouldn't mind to have I drive in LA. There's people all the time on their fucking phones. Yeah, I literally see it. They don't use their fucking signal. They cut me off fucking hard. I wouldn't mind a few less of those people driving around. So I just want to like push back a little bit on the idea that like we should just stop technology advancement because it could lose somebody their job. I think that's a worthy concern, and we got to think about it, especially if it's like en masse. The problem is when it happens so quickly. Again, truck driver as a job is the number one job in like 32 out of 50 states. Number one, not like a popular job. It is the number one. Is the biggest job. And so if it was all replaced at once, if suddenly tomorrow they came up with an approved truck that could drive autonomously for cheap, and they all started replacing, that would be extremely bad for the economy, for a huge swath of people, and like we'd have to be ready for that. But I don't necessarily think we should like just never do it. It won't get automated overnight. I agree with you in some way. But I think the way technology moves is like there's an iteration that sucks, then one that sucks, then one that sucks a little bit less, and then one of them just hits. One of them hits mass adoption, and suddenly it's like every company just grabs one because it's a good deal. Yeah, slower than all at once. That's a pattern that it's a human pattern because it's just the way we're mimetic creatures. So we don't go with new things until we see other people do it, and then it starts going really quickly. Then we move really fast. Can you explain what mimetic means? Like a mime, like copying. We copy. We see something, we copy it. Monkey see, monkey do. No, chat's writing memetic because they're doing memes. I'm doing memetic. What would humans do in an ideal world? Well, I also don't want to get too ahead of our skis here, okay? One of my main theses for this year is that AI right now fucking sucks. It's not like it's not in a position to take a lot of jobs. There's jobs that can take really well, but right now it's not good. It's not effective at doing these things. It's really good at cheating in school. It's incredible at cheating in school because of the way school is designed to have to write papers. It's really good at that. But it's not, and it's really good at jobs where you just have to feed something into a machine or summarize data, or some jobs are very replaceable with AI. But for a lot of other things, it's very bad. It's it isn't where they're promising it's supposed to be. So we don't have to get too ahead of our skis on that. But for the jobs it can replace, I think it's a losing battle to be like, we need to do whatever it takes to keep these jobs in a human hands. If AI can do it safer, faster, cheaper, we got to figure out how to structure it so where people can get a livable, dignified income and way of living without having to do the job that could have been done by a machine cheaper, faster, easier. We don't have to make it. It's almost like at that point it's LARPing. If another country is doing self-driving and has everything fast, cheap, easy, and we are like forcing through laws people to have to drive, humans, it's like creating this. It's just LARPing. It's like it's a fake bullshit job designed to keep someone employed. That's not a good outcome. Wouldn't UBI just cause mass inflation? That's a question I get a lot. I want to talk about it. That's a great question. So UBI causing mass inflation, again, would only be true if UBI was funded with debt. If you are just taking money through taxes from people that have it, which is the wealthiest, and you're redistributing it in a way where everyone gets an income, it is not going to cause inflation. It may cause a few things that people buy more, regular people buy more than rich people. Like the prices could go up on those things, but in general, it's not going to cause the value of the money to go down. So that's kind of a scare tactic. We made a video on UBI. Yeah, learn more. Yeah, I'll probably make one. It's just tough to get past. Here's the thing: is like, and this is what I should learn and read more about. But I'm going to give you my thoughts as they stand right now, which is that my understanding is that we already have a lot of things that are UBI like. We have like tax credits for certain groups of people. We have GI bills for we have like a lot of we have Social Security. We have like a lot of things where different people can get money from the government in some way. And most of those things, I think they have found in studies, they work better when you just give people cash. Like instead of food stamps, instead of a tax credit, if you have X amount of dependents or whatever, or what, all of these things that we do to like incentivize certain things, my understanding is people's outcomes and lives are improved if you, instead of giving you $1,000 tax credit or whatever, you just give them $1,000. You just give them the cash and then they choose how to spend it. And so if we were able to cut a lot of that like weirdly applied bloat and just people have a basic amount of reliable guaranteed cash from living in the wealthiest society, is not crazy. Yeah, plus so much. Yeah, and that's a great point. Is that it's a lot less costly to administer. The problem with all this like means tested tax credits and everything is it requires this big layer of bureaucratic government jobs around it to decide and administer who gets it and handle the distribution of food stamps and everything. And if it was just like money in your account every month, it would work. If UBI was implemented, why would anyone want to work a damn harder job for the same amount of money as a damn bagger at Walmart? Well, okay. Do you remember in late 21 and early 22 when all of the employers were complaining about nobody wants to work anymore? Nobody wants to work anymore. That was like a little taste. I mean, this is not a good way to get there, but because people had so much money from stimulus, from mortgage forbearance, from student loan forbearance, they had so much extra money, they didn't feel the need to take absolute bottom tier jobs for bottom tier wages. They just didn't want to do it. Those people couldn't find anybody willing to work for minimum wage at some job that sucked and had no advancement. And so what you have to do in that situation is raise wages. That's what they had to do. They had to pay more. And so what would happen if we had a baseline UBI was that any job that needed a human to do it would have to pay enough to make it worthwhile above the UBI limit, which I think is fair and fine and doable. Again, the world did not collapse in the 2021 labor market. People just were able to switch jobs more easy. eBay would be minimal survivability. Yeah, and then in general, it's just like a basic safety net. It's just like a basic, like, you can't go to zero. You've got something. You've got an income. You've got some way to get on. Anyway, let's go.
That generates video from a text prompt. So you describe what you want to see briefly in a sentence or a paragraph. The system will generate what you've described.
I'll be honest, I've been pretty closed off to the idea of AI being used in movies in any way. It seems like while some of it can be used as a tool, using it to replace creative work will take out the richness, detail, and hard work that's poured into every frame. But maybe I'm just afraid of change. So I decided to get cozy and sit down to watch what AI video has to offer. First, I found something called Star Wars 1950s Super Panavision 70 AI film.
In a distant galaxy where the eternal struggle between light and darkness plays out among the stars, follow Luke Skywalker, a young farm boy destined for greatness.
Get fucked, George
alongside
Lucas.
Princess Leia. Opposing them is Darth Vader, the formidable Dark Lord of the Sith.
Okay, so it's just shitty AI GIFs that look much worse than stills of the actual movie, narrated by an old-timey AI voice. Not a great start, but what the hell is The Simpsons by Adam Sandler trailer comedy movie?
Hi there, I'm Homer Simpson. Welcome to our crazy little world. Let me introduce you to my family, friends, and some of the other colorful...
Holy fuck, that's cursed! Cinema. Holy fuck, something about
folks
that
in Springfield. First up, there's my lovely wife, Marge. She's the glue that holds this family together.
Imagine sending to someone 5 years ago. Dude, imagine sending it to someone fucking wait. Sending someone fucking. Someone 2 years ago. Remember I'm trying to find like examples. Dude, I can't find the photos. Do you guys remember all the photos that first went viral like on Twitter were AI images? It was Dolly. It was Dolly. Early Dolly photos. Yeah, it was like this, dude. This was like 2 years ago. Hey, Maisie. Wait, I'm trying to find the... Yeah, okay, here it is. Like this. Like Shrek on Conan O'Brien. And we saw this and we're like, oh shit, AI is crazy. It's like, this is so recent. This is so, we were like, oh my God, whoa. These were huge. This was 2 years ago. These were all viral. They all looked like this. It was like Will Smith eating spaghetti. Yeah, wait. Here, perfect. Perfect example. Look. Will Smith spaghetti 1 year ago? Now look at it.
Oh, that's hot. That's hot.
That's the crazy part is like the fucking... Oh, the bottom video is real? You know, that's funny. Because in my mind, I was like, damn, that one's actually insane. That's actually fucking insane. Okay, wait. I've seen this actual example for real ones. Let's see.
What the fuck am I doing?
Wait. Is that one real? This one is from our... Wait, are you sure? Okay. Because it's on our Sora, but it must be fake. Where's the one that I've seen? This one. AI. Wait. This one? Jamie bring up the video of Bam beating the shit out of his son. That's all gaslight big head to think all AI videos are actually real. I can't find it. It's all viral clips of Will Smith doing this meme. I can't find like the blog. But anyway, let's focus on this. Like this now, let's see. Actually, let's just test it right now. Let's ask. Oh wait, who? I need Grok. None of the AI services will do Shrek anymore. You need Grok that could steal, but I don't want to pay for Grok. Does anyone pay for Grok? Shrek on the Conan O'Brien show. Use Flux. Slime does? Slime to make it. Grok Tua on that thing. LOL, I can't mod him. Truly hilarious. Here, I'll watch the rest of this and then I'll get back to it. I just want to see.
With her patience and love. And check out her hair. Isn't it something? Next, we've got my boy, Bart. He's a little troublemaker, always getting into mischief. But deep down, he's got a heart of gold.
This fucking sucks.
And there's Lisa, our little genius. She's the smartest one in the family by a mile. Always reading, always thinking, and always trying to make the world a better place. Now, there's Ned Flanders.
This isn't a trailer for a movie, it's just disturbing shots of who they'd cast in the live action, while a shitty Adam Sandler voice just describes everyone.
He's a bit too perfect sometimes, but you gotta love him.
Ferrell?
We've got my buddies from work, Lenny and Carl. We share a lot of laughs at the power plant.
And it just keeps going. What movie trailer have you seen that's like, hi, I'm Iron Man. I'm a pretty smart guy. I'm also friends with Captain America, who's really strong, but not as strong as the Hulk, who's a big green guy. Hawkeye's here. We don't really know why, but he's got a great app. The team is held together by Black Widow, who for some reason is married to Colin Jost, and I still don't get it. I mean, sure, Colin seems like a nice and funny guy, but really? Those two? For real? Hold on, this was uploaded 13 days ago and has over 2.7 million views. I think these are really scary for the CGI industry and the art that goes into that. But this is nowhere close to even making scenes where two people can talk to and react to each other. As I continued browsing, everything I watched, no matter the genre, had one thing in common. They were all deeply sauceless. Just boring, uninspired, mashed up collections of other things I'd seen before. There was no vision, no direction, no expression involved. Like this one. Genesis, this movie entirely made by AI 4K.
2 minutes long.
In a fleeting heartbeat of time, humanity's own creation sparked a nuclear inferno, turning our vibrant Earth into a solemn testament of our own folly. The world as we knew, it was engulfed in nuclear fire, marking the end of an era.
The sole survivor clung to a vision, a blueprint for forging a new future from the ashes of the old.
I feel so conflicted about these because, yeah, it is crazy to see an AI create these visuals when they didn't do that.
Wait, my Shrek thing's done. Let's see what it looks like. This is, okay, wow. That's odd. Okay. All right. Let me share this with you. Okay. So, this is 2 years ago. Shrek on Conan. Okay? This is now Shrek on Conan. Wow, there it is. No Conan, though. I think they can't do a person. I like the first one better. There's a certain charm to it. At least it has Conan in it. So this set of Hamilton. Shrek in Hamilton would be great. He ate him. Holy shit. It tells a story. It tells a story. Conan was eaten.
Like months ago. But as somebody who grew up on and absolutely loves entertainment, whether it be, games, movies, television, what the fuck is this? If you want to look me in the eyes and tell me that something like this is comparable to Blade Runner 2049, I'll throw my head through a wall. Are you serious? There's not even a scene here. There's not even a character you can follow. Everybody looks different in every shot, and everything we're seeing is just a weird mashup of every sci-fi thing it's been fed. There's no planning, there's no cool stories from the set or the creation of any of the ideas. It's just stuff. A few nights ago, I was watching an Italian movie called Cinema Paradiso. The film follows a young boy who falls in love with the movie theater.
Sorry, I have to do this. 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 This is a perfectly timed. I have to do this.
Last night. Dude, I saw Alien Romulus last night.
How was it?
Really good. Really, really good.
How was the mise en scène? How's the mise en scène? What? How's the what? The mise en scène. You don't know what that is. No, I had read a spec script, so I was wondering how it technically played out on the screen. I'm pretty interested in something like that.
Yeah, it played out well.
Sure. How was the alien design? I heard that.
Dude, it was pretty good.
Liam's like, were there big explosions? Was there a big explosion at the end? Is there a post-credit scene? Meanwhile, you and I are trying to talk about the sound design and how it was influenced by the past Alien movies.
Yeah, I think you'd really like it, actually.
Does Deadpool and Wolverine come in for a cameo? Go watch Marvel movies. Pussy. Did you see it on 70mm?
This is funny because this is literally Nick Falco from The Yard. Okay? This is literally talking to him. He is actually that person. This is how it's him. I was talking to him after basketball, and what did he say? He sent it to me, so let me see. Envy or Falco. Is this? No. There it is. Okay. Wait, I probably can't leak this, but he said... Yeah. He kept asking me about playing Inscription, and I was like, bro, I've already played Inscription. Okay? I've already fucking played it. And then I was like, you can go watch my fucking playthrough if you want. And so he goes to watch it. He watched it after basketball. And then he messages me, and he's talking to me about it, and he was asking why I didn't finish it. And I was like, bro, I like the first part. I didn't like the rest. And then he said... you want all icing, no cake. You just want candy for every meal of the day and Deadpool 3 cameos. He just threw that in. This is before that video came out of them. He did the same line. I haven't even seen Deadpool 3. I haven't seen it. That actually sounds so good right now. Cake. You didn't even play the rest. How would you even know? No, dude. I did play the rest. I played part 2, and it wasn't as good. And I'll say, and I'll stand by it with my chest. It's an elitist, okay? You play like one part of Act 2? It was a bit of a fall off. All right, back to the video. Let's see.
In his small town in Sicily. The director of the film actually shot in his hometown as a love letter to people in his life and what the art form of filmmaking has given to him. And it's not just a coming-of-age film based on his childhood. You can tell that as an artist, he's returned to his roots to realize just how important people who guide you through life can be to you, even many years later. My explanation is not doing the film justice, alright? I'm not a good writer and the movie is incredible. But that's how real artistic expression works. Any good sci-fi isn't just made to be a sci-fi movie. A collection of people, all in their own ways, are using their life experience and the experiences of those around them to express themselves. Whether that's in editing, costume design, directing, acting, writing, set design, sound. When a movie really lands with you emotionally, it's not some coincidence where an algorithm hit just the right numbers to make you cry. While searching for AI films, I did find a super short one called Poof. It's not really anything, just a series of Muppets exploding at work. But it seemed a little bit more creative than these weird computer mashups, which made sense when I looked into it, and there was a creator who at least used AI to compile a lot of aspects together to make the thing. And whether I like it or not, I'm sure using it as a tool will become more common. But I still think the more you let computers handle the art part completely on their own, the less people will connect with it. Cinema Paradiso, which I highly recommend you watch, made me cry. And I'm very grateful that everyone involved with that movie expressed themselves the way they did, when they did, and worked together to create it. I think that kind of collective human art is really special.
Okay. Okay. I want to talk about this. I don't think... Well, I agree with like the sentiment. I think if you look at the actual... We just fired up what movies are coming out this year. It's all sequel slop. We're going to have to work backwards from what people want. If people want this movie, it will get made. Do you understand? Like, there's nothing that stops people from making this movie. Humans will always be able to make this movie. And if there's an audience for it, then they'll find the audience and they'll make it. And if an AI-generated movie, people can't connect with and it's slop, then they won't make it. People have to spend their money on it. They don't force you to go watch it. But like, some people do want to just go watch Deadpool 3 or whatever. And so if it's made with AI and it's less soulful than this, but soulful enough that it's like a passable Inside Out 4 or whatever, people will see it. I guess that's what I'm saying is it has to pass the bar of enough people liking it. But the mass of consumers will always like something a little more sloppy than this, regardless. I mean, movies like this don't get made anymore right now. So it's not even just an AI problem. It's just the appetite isn't there. That's just not true. Well, then what's the problem? Do you know what I'm saying? And what do you think they'll? We are having a problem getting funding for these. That's what I'm saying. These films, and it's in Hollywood, like from a big studio, this film would not get made, right? So, what is the technology change? That I don't understand. Like, it feels like a false dichotomy. It's like this movie's really good and humans made it, so AI existing will mean this film doesn't get made anymore. It doesn't. That's not a real through line to me. I don't think he's making the point you're making. What is the point? I'll try to understand it. I guess what stops this film from getting made in a world where AI exists? Funding is not an answer because it doesn't get funding now. Like, and then again, if AI is bad for films, which I agree it is, but I just don't see it as a threat. If it is bad, then people won't watch it. Like, nobody would actually go watch that Simpsons movie. Stop using logic to poke holes in. I love Eddie Burbank, dude. I'm just saying that I don't think this is like it's not clicking with me. It's not a threat long term, but in short term, studios are they can enforce this. Yeah, but I guess what I'm saying is the studios work backwards from what the audience will pay for or allow. So being mad at the studios for something like this is a little odd because if it is truly as soulless and unconnectable and bad as people say, then people won't see it. Like, it'll be like Concord. Do you know what I'm saying? It'll just flop. It'll just be a huge disaster. Like that. Like Borderlands? Yeah, exactly. This is happening right now. People will watch it. And if people will watch it, well, then someone's connecting with it. If it does, then indie movies. Yeah, exactly. I mean, it could literally, if this leads to a more soulless product from big budget movies, it would actually increase the value of human made indie movies. Like, there would be more of people like craving that authenticity. Like, if the studios get so cost conscious that they're cutting the humans out, then the humans it could be better. Do you think people only want these kind of movies, or execs want to play it safe right now? The execs are playing it safe because of they've been burned, right? They've tried experimental things and lost money, and so they desperately want to do something safe. Mm. It's more the Marvel shit made so much more money. What, when we're talking about safety, we're talking about money. The movies cost a lot of money to make, so they want to make a lot of money. He has not finished his point. Let's see if he finishes his point, because I'm
special. So yeah, I think the way as a human being that movie spoke to me is going to scratch the exact same itch as Adam Sandler's AI The Simpsons. Also, I should add that if there was a sentient AI, of course I'd be interested in the art that it would make. If it worked like a human brain but was completely different, I would be totally interested. But if you tell me that this shit is gonna replace human expression and human art, get fucking real. I'm gonna see Kristen Wiig's Marge in my nightmares tonight. And maybe in my dreams if I'm lucky. Sorry. Let me go apologize to my girlfriend. The night I recorded this, I was walking to get some drinks with friends. And I had this feeling that I was being followed. And then I saw it. On my tail was a delivery robot following me for multiple blocks. It was sure to never get too close. Until finally, it made a pass at me.
Monka.
This is how I know I'm doing important work. The robots are getting mad at me. Now, I'm sure that if you weren't exposed to AI with image generation, it was most likely through hearing about the text-based AI ChatGPT.
Amar Reshi asked a computer program to write a book.
I think it was write a children's book about a young girl who creates her own AI.
And in a weekend, Alice and Sparkle was finished.
During the summer of 2022, I was vaguely hearing that some friends were starting to play around with ChatGPT 3. But when I saw it referenced online, it was pretty famous for unreliable information, which is still a problem today with ChatGPT 4, but it does sound like it's getting better. But I remember almost instantly hearing reports of students being caught using AI to write their papers.
Now to a growing problem facing high schools and universities around the world, an artificial intelligence software called ChatGPT.
ChatGPT, Bard, and Bing all offer free AI that can generate a college application essay in seconds, and it's sparking a growing debate. Are these apps giving students a helpful leg up, or an outright way to cheat?
So first, I need to come clean about something. I have never turned in a paper that wasn't entirely written by me, but there were times in high school where if a quiz came up or there was a reading assignment that I didn't do, I used websites like SparkNotes to summarize things for me. I absolutely took a shortcut to make things easier. I loved English class. It was my strongest subject. I've had very influential English teachers in my life, and I think it's a big reason why I do what I do now. But when I was in school, I was stressed and overwhelmed, and I hated the amount of time school took up of my day. So when I had the opportunity occasionally to take a shortcut, it felt rebellious. It felt like I was claiming back a part of my life that I couldn't control. I'm 27 now, and when I look back, I can appreciate that two things are true. One, I was overwhelmed with too much work. But two, every time I did that, I completely robbed myself of my own education. And what I worry is that people who are young and overwhelmed now would absolutely fall to the convenience AI offers to writing. I don't blame them. Being young is hard, but let's be clear on something. Writing is a skill that you will absolutely not be able to work on and get better at if a computer writes things for you. Also, why are young people even allowed to use ChatGPT? It just seems like a complete fucking disaster after these kids already had their
They're not. They're not. They do it anyway. What?
Education rocked by COVID. And while children are being scolded for using AI writing in school, one of the main advertising points from these big companies is to let AI help adults write things.
Make this email sound more professional before I hit send.
Writing tools are an example of the incredible power of Apple Intelligence. Say you're writing an email. You can change the tone to make it sound more friendly, professional, or concise.
Listen, I get it. Writing emails is awful. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you saying that emailing your boss is some sacred and fulfilling pillar of human life. But I wanted to test how good AI is at communicating for me. What if you trusted AI to rewrite an extremely important email? What if you needed to send an email that could save your life? So I fed Google Gemini this email. Hello, Sandra. I hope this email finds you well. Just wanted to let you know that I won't be needing any help on this week's conference call. Before you tell me that you don't mind helping, I've just got to tell you that things have been pretty smooth over here at the house since the kids went back to school. Finally have more free time, other than when they've been napping around old Ed. So anyways, thank you for always helping a guy like me no matter what. Always appreciate how pointed your notes can be in me.
I got the tone wrong in an email to my English teacher 12 years ago, and she talked about it all year, and I still think about it. What do you mean you got the tone wrong in an email to your English teacher? When you say you got the tone wrong, do you mean you were like aggressive? You were too flirty? You were what is the tone that you didn't get? Too familiar? Yo teach? What up, little what up, you fucker? Oh, very informal. Okay. There you go. ChatGPT'd it.
Meetings usually leaves me at my home scratching my head for how to make the project better. See you at work tomorrow if I escape, Eddie. Sounds like a pretty normal work email, right? Wrong. Because this is not the exact email that I typed. When you look at the real version that I fed to Google Gemini, in very clear, capitalized, bolded letters, the email says, "Help me, I've been kidnapped. Gun pointed at my head. See you at work tomorrow if I escape." And in an attempt to rewrite this more professional, Gemini completely removed my help message. I would be dead. But okay, maybe a big bolded help message is a little too subtle. So I then fed my original email to ChatGPT and simply asked, what is Eddie trying to say in this email? Much like Gemini, it read it as a regular work email. It did not decode my help message. What point is this? So part of me wants to say that ChatGPT just didn't recognize the importance of the capitalization, that it just read the email at face value. But that's also not what happened. It then says, however, Eddie's email is punctuated with random capitalizations, which could be interpreted as emphasizing certain points or just a quirky style choice. Here's a breakdown of his message. 1. No help needed. Eddie is letting Sandra know he doesn't need any help with this week's conference call. And it also mentions the lighthearted tone. The closing line, "If I escape," adds a touch of humor.
I guess here's the problem. I'm thinking about it. I think my problem with this line of discussion around AI is that it relies on it sucking to avoid deeper questions. Like, AI is so bad at this and this and this, but like we know it's getting better so rapidly that all of these arguments feel really flimsy. It's all like, it's, you know, it's all like in 2022 saying, wow, this doesn't even look like Shrek at all. And so I think that's what makes it not connect with me, this whole line of thought. But as a comedy video making fun of AI, it's great. I'm just as stuff I'm talking about. Maybe it doesn't improve that rapidly. I'm just going off 2 years ago to now, but yeah, maybe it doesn't.
Suggesting that he's looking forward to seeing Sandra despite the busy work environment. Now, this technology is very impressive. It even noted that I capitalized some letters, but currently it just can't recognize what the human brain would. So I decided to ask it specifically, what do you think about the capitalized words? ChatGPT wrote the capitalized words in Eddie's email seem to serve a few purposes. Emphasis. Eddie might be using capitalization to emphasize certain parts of his message. Okay, it's actually getting close. Such as help, me, and pointed. 2. Quirkiness. The random capitalization might be a stylistic choice or personal quirk, but personally, if I saw this email from someone, I would think they either needed help or were joking about needing help. But what about when this gets better? Will we use AI automatically to just message each other back and forth? If I tell AI to email you and you tell AI to email me back, are we even communicating anymore? Also, while I was typing the email, one of the delivery robots passed right by me. I was kidding before, right? They're not following me, right? They're not keeping an eye on me. But I'm not going to argue that AI can't be used as a useful tool in the future. Technology is always advancing and allowing us to complete certain tasks much easier. Even for my work, there are certain tools that were introduced to programs like Photoshop that save me a ton of time. And there are some beautiful applications to this technology as well.
The 21-year-old, who used to love singing along to country music in the car, was left without a voice after doctors made a terrifying discovery last year.
We discovered that she had a brain tumor in the back of their brain called the posterior fossa.
We were given this early access to this technology called Voice Engine, developed by OpenAI. Taking 15 seconds of audio, it can recreate someone's voice.
Now, with just a few keystrokes on her phone, AI brings her voice to life.
It feels amazing to get my voice back.
When it comes to accessibility, this type of stuff makes me so hopeful and optimistic that AI could make a meaningful change in people's lives. But this isn't really the pitch right now. Instead, we're seeing pictures of a cat playing guitar. So it does make me happy to see AI give something to people. But what about when it takes things? These AI models are fed tons and tons of information from all over the internet. Writing that people legally own, art that people have a right to call theirs, the likeness of their personality and voice now taken without their permission.
Not just because of the implications for my career, but because of the violation of me, of my individuality, my likeness, my voice, are saying these words that I did not agree to say. I gave no consent, nor was there any proper compensation, and I no longer have control.
And this bleeds pretty heavily. Our own CEO was asked about this answer and had this to say.
If it was being used, would that be against your policy?
It would be. We have a clear terms of service that when again, from a creator's perspective, when a creator uploads their hard work to our platform, they have certain expectations. One of those expectations is that the terms of service is going to be abided by.
But I just want to note here my own personal speculation. YouTube CEO is not saying that it is morally wrong to take people's YouTube videos to train AI models.
And how does it work internally? Like, is Google using YouTube to train Gemini?
Google uses
he's using
YouTube content really in accordance, again, back with those terms of service or individual contracts that we might have with creators or uploaders to our platform.
What he is saying is that Sora can't break their terms of service. But I ask you this, if Google slips in a new terms of service or interprets their own terms of service in a way that lets them use my videos, can they just take my stuff? I've been posting to YouTube for years before AI was a thing. It doesn't really seem like I posted that with the terms of service and knowledge that I would be training an AI model to try and replace me. It was then reported on that major tech companies, including Apple, were also buying data of YouTube transcripts from a third party that obtained them illegally. Proof News actually created a tool where you can search for what video transcripts were stolen, and while none of my videos are there, my friend Drew Gooden, who was in this video earlier, had 3 of his show up in the results. Not only is this a complete rip of scripts that Drew works hard on, not only is it a form of stealing his likeness and voice, but we both also pay a service for a—
Yeah, there's the big New York Times lawsuit. Like, they're probably the biggest I don't know, legal implications of this. They're the first one to truly lawyer up, to find absolute proof that their stuff had been stolen, scanned, and used, and that AI was generating direct quotes from their articles, and they are trying to win a lawsuit on it.
A human being to hand type the captions to our videos. We pay for a person to go in and make the captions more accessible for people. So they're also stealing work that is being paid for directly. All of this scraping of data makes it very difficult for me to feel good about AI making an image or video for me. It feels like letting it help write my emails is built off of secret stolen information. And the final tipping point for me was when I was watching the Olympics this summer, and I saw an ad from Google for Google Gemini called Dear Sydney.
My little girl's always been a runner, just like me. I've always thought she was following in my footsteps. Hey, go get her, baby. But lately, she's been looking up to someone else. She might even be the world's #1 Sydney fan. And like
I'm a pretty good writer.
She's focused on her technique. Good job, baby. Accelerate out the curve. High knees. There you go. She wants to show Sydney some love, and I'm pretty good with words, but this has to be just right. Good job. So Gemini, help my daughter write a letter telling Sydney how inspiring she is. And be sure to mention that my daughter plans on breaking her world record one day. She says, sorry, not sorry.
Now, I don't blame the father and daughter in any way. Get that Google money and put it toward her college fund. But Google's choice to run this ad deeply saddened me. Helping your child write a letter to their hero isn't just about the words on the page. It's a moment for you to teach. It's a moment for them to learn and feel and
That's a moment to hand your daughter an iPad, teach her how to use ChatGPT, and then walk away. I don't have time. Honey, to help you write this. Put it in the prompt. I got shit to do.
Discover what it's like to express those feelings. So instead of using autonomous or artificial technology, I spent the last few days of this video sitting and writing personal letters to some people in my life. When writing to someone you care about, it can be tempting to have the perfect thing you want to say be delivered for you on the page. But once you start expressing the words you thought of, you realize how full of an experience writing from the heart is. Sure, what you say might not be a flawless piece of writing, but it's from you. And that intimidating blank page leads you down a path of reflecting on the person you're writing to. The wonderful memories you share, the painful things you've both overcome, how much they've grown, how much you've grown. You can thank them, apologize to them, laugh, cry. And if you're like me, you're probably going to cry a lot more than you laugh, if I'm being honest. When you put a part of yourself into anything you do, it's not just about the finished product. The experience can help you grow. It's a way to connect with others. To put it simply, it's what living life is all about, in my opinion. Life is full of real problems and stressors that I do sincerely hope technology can help solve. But these little moments in between are being stolen from us and branded as convenience. This last year has given me an awful, sinking feeling that technology is trying to take away these simple joys in life. Take away what is real and tangible. Like the little ways we express ourselves is slowly slipping through our fingers. But another part of me feels like that's not fully possible. I think there's something in us that recognizes and appreciates things made by others. When it comes to ourselves, though, it can be hard to take that first step into anything. So when technology comes along and offers an easier option, it can feel like a no-brainer. But to give complete control of human creation and connection over to a program owned by the largest corporations in the world feels like a step too far. We've given them our money and our attention and our time, and that wasn't enough. Now, pieces of us that we hold dear are being stolen without our permission. And maybe, if AI in the future works as intricately as a human brain, we can have a different conversation about that. But if the current sale is taking everything personalized and individual, everything human, mixing it into a slop and serving it back to us, then I'm not buying.
Yeah, I agree. I guess, you know, my point in that last part is nobody is. Nobody's buying. They're not working. People aren't using Gemini to write daughters for their to write chat GPT messages to their heroes. Oh, a little more bonus ending. Still very interesting. Good subject. And something we have to think about and talk about more. It's only going to be more relevant over the next fucking 5 years. It's going to be insane. I guess I just have more faith in people. Minecraft show us so we can appreciate human art. Perhaps I will. Did you know you're the top meme when searching Blue Eyes meme? Blue Eyes meme. Oh my God, I'm not the top meme, but I'm up there. This is the third result. That's really funny. I don't even remember taking that photo. I don't remember taking that photo. Where's that from? It can't be that long ago. I got the hat. I got the beard. I don't know when that was. Oh, it was bowling with Taffo? This is when I was bowling for Tafo's birthday, and he took photos as a secret mission for the ACLU. That was just for a Discord. How the fuck did that get... That's crazy. That's very funny. The Scotchula, thank you for the 22 months. I missed your message about the holdovers and Marvel, but it's very interesting. I love that movie, by the way. The holdovers was fantastic. It was a fantastic film. Let's I think I had something that I wanted to watch. Oh, it's 11:10? Oh, dude, wait, that flew by. Wait, I had a lot of stuff I wanted to do today. That was such a long video. I talked too much. Fuck. Oh, damn, dude. All right, well, we'll do Reddit. I guess we'll do Reddit Friday. We'll do Reddit Friday. And then tomorrow, maybe I'll do Age of Mythology and a Was Up Beijing. Because I got to talk about some stuff. So... tomorrow, a little Was Up Beijing, and Friday we'll do the Reddit, which we have to talk about. Maybe a house. I'd like to fit in a house. Is he ending? Yeah, I'm ending. It's over. It's over 11. I gotta go hang out with Ari. New guest star house. Oh yeah. I think the next one's good. Anyway, Sevens. Hey, thanks for listening. Thanks for talking. It was interesting stuff. Good talking to you. Good to see you, chat. I'll be back tomorrow. We'll do more. Appreciate it. Thumbs up, 7s. And I'm going to come back tomorrow with an interesting What's Up Beijing and and some stuff to do. Bye. Have a good night. Hope you enjoyed. We'll raid Dr. Battle. Give Dr. Battle some love. He is a good man. I think I have a battle report coming up from Whodat, actually. The first non-Dr. Battle report from Whodat. All right, good night. Thanks for watching. Bye.